Hello, 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 hi, 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 hello, hello, hi, hi, hey Rose, hello, hi, how are you? 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 Are you having a good day? Yeah, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you enjoy playing this game with me. Okay, if things go like it's supposed to go when people are dating, I'm gonna need your assistance. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I hope you are. I hope you are. And I'm so happy to be continuing this game. I'm so happy. Okay, so for today, it might be a little different. For today, you okay? Okay. Well, I'm glad because yeah, you were feeling bad yesterday, so I really do hope that it didn't got worse. Yeah. So last week was rough. I didn't expect to be reading for 7 hours in a row. So what I think I'm gonna do for now, so we know the pattern now. There's going to be the whole story thing going on, and then we're going to be to go to the moments, and the moments is where we choose which situations we want to be put in, and then there's like the end of the step. So what I'm thinking, we're going to be doing the whole story thing. If it takes more than 4 hours, we stop there. If not, we're going to do at least one of the moments, and we'll continue next week. So I think step 3 is going to be divided by 2. Yeah. I'm not... I don't have the stamina to be doing this for 7 hours. And I don't expect you to be following for 7 hours either. I mean, also last week we did go for 7 hours. But yeah, I don't want a repeat of that. This is way too much of your time, and this is a little bit taxing on me as well. Rose, your color is different today. You're not the same color as usual. Am I wrong? Anyway. I'm so happy to be doing this. Is it? I think it is. On my screen it is at least. It's a little darker. It's a darker shade. Maybe I'm wrong. By the way, is it your first time seeing my new background? Maybe you saw the new background before already? Yeah, you probably. I've been darker for a while. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I didn't notice. I just thought about it now. You hadn't seen it? You think it's cute? I'm happy if you think it's cute. Thank you. Am I not centered? Yeah, no, I'm not really centered actually. It's be like this. Here we go. Yeah, I worked on this one. It was a lot of fun. I mean, work. I draw. It was fun. I got that one done much faster than the previous one, because in the previous one I just didn't know what to put in it, so I struggled a lot. This time it's still a bit of a natural vibe, but there's a few details here and there. For people who know, they know. Anyway, enough stalling, shall we go? I have the game's music in my background already and I love it. Oh wait, where is it? Wait, can you hear the music as well? Is it too loud? I was watching one of my very old stream because I was putting it on YouTube, and I realized the music was almost completely drowning my voice. So that's not great. That's not great when it's like this. You hear it? It's good? Okay. Oh, let's adjust properly. There we go. Wait, why is it? Is it good? Yeah, I think it's good. Okay. Okay. here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Are you excited to see where the story is gonna take us? I am. Okay, I gotta go get my professional reading voice. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water to start. Okay. It would be perfect if I would keep. Yeah, Dama! Yeah, Dama, you were first. I know you were fast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing good. Anyway, it would be great if I could do the stream without drinking too much because I do not want to have a toilet break because you know I'm a lady. So, yeah. Okay, everyone, I hope you're well situated, getting comfy. Yeah, I'm getting comfy too, so I'm moving a lot right now. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay, this is why I can't be a professional VTuber. Anyway, here we go. The start of classes ended the relaxed 3 days of summer. It didn't take long for you to get back into the swing of the school year routine. Schedules and homework became a new normal. Derek wasn't around nearly as much. With school and after-school activities, there weren't many opportunities for him to take the trip out to your neighborhood. Oh no! Plus he wanted to get married with me. Poor dude. Don't get to spend much time together. Sometimes you'd hear that he was at a training camp or something like that, but you weren't always sure what he was up to. But you still kept in touch over the phone as best as you could. You kind of lost contact. I want to keep in touch with him. He was a nice dude. So Jeremy Kid did disappear after that summer, and no one ever heard from him again. But we never really... Where he went or what he might be up to was a mystery. Well, I don't really want to go and meet him ever again. He wasn't really nice. More summers came and went like the waves on the shore coming in and out. In your second year of high school, someone new started to visit Sunset Bird, a sunny girl named Terry Brooke. Sorry, I was burping. Too much water. Okay, keep going. She was a friend Cove made due to them both being ocean obsessed. Ooh, this is competition! Terry Brooke, okay, I get it. Terry was more than glad to befriend... Well, is Terry a... No, it is a girl, yeah. Terry is a Y is a man, Terry is a I is a girl, okay. Terry was more than glad to be friend with you too. Someone close to Cove had to be good company, she felt. You were pleased to get along with her as well. Awesome. Terry was tight with another girl. Was tight? Who speaks like that? Anyway, sorry, let's keep focus. Terry was tight with another girl who you had known distantly from school for a long time, Miranda Eckert. You saw more and more of her as time went on, thanks to Terry and Miranda's own outreach. Also, we're getting more friends now. After a while, all of you developed a real friendship together, so we are a group of 4 people. As for your home life, the stars also had developments. Changing laws and public perception countrywide made it possible for your moms to openly wear their wedding rings without questions. Oh yes! Awesome! Though they had a wedding years ago, it was only recently that the union was officially recognized everywhere in the US. That was a good day, to say the least. Elizabeth came into her own and stopped being quite as irritable. She'd no longer worried about perceived childishness as she grew up for real. Oh, awesome! She didn't even mind being called Lizzie again, although most people used Liz. She eventually graduated high school and moved out to attend college in another state. It was a lot for you to adjust to your older sister being gone. Liz never let you forget her role in your life, though, and kept in touch. Yeah, that's so good for her! Cove's relationships with his family improved over the years. Kyra visited several times after that summer. and things became easier between the two. He was also closer with his dad than ever before. You knew they talked more, and that helped prevent a lot of friction before it could start. And Cove only continued to open up to his parents and the rest of the world. He was so bright, he shone. Oh my god, he's a shiny Pokemon. Hi Geonax! Yoo-hoo! New emotes! Awesome! Hi! Hope you're good, Are you having a good day? He would willingly join conversations, make jokes, and put in an effort not to use overly blunt phrases. Cove loved staying inside and learning just as much as ever. By this point, his studies had paid off, and he had been right near the top of the class by his last year of high school. Things had shifted between you and Cove. You had been friends for years, but the closer you became, the more you felt for him. Oh, do I? You didn't view him in a purely patterning way anymore. Oh, do I? Oh. It was strange to look back on it all. The future faded into your present, and then it was simply the past. Even the most fundamental parts of your life couldn't last forever. You felt that the most pointedly, the day you inevitably graduated high school. Oh yeah, we're graduating now! It was over, and you would not be going back ever again. From now on, what came next was your choice. You would be directing your own life. Uh-oh. That was where you were currently. The summer after school had ended. The first summer of true freedom. Ooh, I'm good. I was just testing it out. See how it looks and stuff on chat. It looks good. I think it looks better on the phone than on the computer maybe. But it looks good. You can go ahead and try them on. You can go ahead and try all of them. Do I got them too? Ooh, you got a lurk one. I didn't see that one. Oh, it's cute. It's Pokemon. They're really cute though. They look really good on the screen too. On the chat screen. Yeah. Although it's a little bit blurry. Is it my definition that's not great? Maybe I should change that and put more high def. These are all the emotes available. Yes, these are all the emotes available. If you want to be able to use them, you better subscribe. Do Geonax, not here. Well, of course not here. You better subscribe to Geonax. These are all the emotes available. Woohoo! Aren't they pretty? He does them himself. It's pretty dope, isn't it? Anyway. Okay, the first true summer of freedom. The first summer of true freedom. Wait, whatever. Let's continue. What used to be a reprieve from the typical was now going to be your first step into adulthood. But wait, when you graduate high school, aren't you 17? That's not really being an adult, no? I feel like adult is at least 20. Don't plug my channel? What does that mean? What does that mean, don't plug my channel? And you know what? Don't panic, it's just us. No, 18 when you graduate. Oh, you're 18 when you graduate. Okay. Well, oh, okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Well, depending on when your birthday is. But, like, yeah, you turn 18 the year you graduate, I guess. It's considered legally an adult. Well, yeah, legally adult, but, like, you're not really an adult. Like, let's face it. You're not really an adult when you're 18. Well, I guess, I don't know. You don't even feel like one usually. You gotta vote though. That's a pretty huge step. Somehow done by Cryptid and another person called Legally Lifted. Oh! Really? Which one is it? Oh, the Lego Lifted Love is another person. I thought you just gave it a real, a weird name. I thought the little ghost thingy. I didn't know it was someone else who did it. Oh. If you click on the emote, you see the artist. Oh. That's how it works. Okay. Alright, okay. I'll focus on that later. Let's continue. Let's continue. One fine summer morning, you took in what had become a very special scene. The whole family having a meal together. Wow! Lindsay looks so good! Oh my god! Look at her! Oh, she's so grown up. Because she would actually be 20 because she's 2 years older than us. Oh my god, Lindsay looks so good! Okay, sorry, let me know if I'm getting too loud. Your big sister, Liz, still hadn't lived at home full time for a couple years, but she arrived last week to spend the season here since it was an off semester for her. She wanted to make sure she was in town because you had now also graduated high school, so who knew how much rarer these moments would become in the future. Oh, she's so cute! You watched on as Liz laughed good-naturally over a comment Ma made. Her Elizabeth-only mindset had only been a phase. Nearly any nickname was welcome at this point in her life. Aww, she's so grown up now. She's not a little bitchy anymore. Which, by the way, I attributed the emote to you. It's still pending. Ooh! It's so that if someone clicks on it, they can see the artist. Ooh, the eggs one, right? Looking forward to see those. Yeah, I guess mine was the easiest, isn't it? Black with white spots. I'm sure you did a great job on it, I'm joking. I'm looking forward to see it. To me, Rose is the hardest one to draw because the cut ears. And the hair too. When I was doing the drawing, the one that I showed you guys, yeah, Rose was hard. Actually, Yonex was hard too. Like, I don't know how to draw birds. It's waiting for you to accept it. It's waiting for me to accept it? Huh? How do I do that though? Are you waiting for me to do something? If you want me to do something, you have to go straight and tell me, because I don't know. I don't know. Am I supposed to do something? Do I have a message on Twits? I don't want to keep you waiting. I don't have any messages. There's no notification. What is this? Oh, you mean cryptid? Okay, okay. Sorry, okay, I was really confused. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move on then. Strangely, even though she'd moved away, you lately felt closer to her than you had in a long time. Yeah, when you grow up, you get closer to people. You idly scooped up more of your breakfast and chewed absent-mindedly. You were a vegetarian. Yeah, I'm a vegetarian. And the meal you had reflected that. Your moms were happy to make food that fit your needs, along with dishes for themselves that didn't, though you often made your own food nowadays. But it wasn't only you who had a diet that excluded certain things, as Liz had been vegetarian for a while. Liz is a vegetarian too? Oh my god! Aw, mommies! Oh, they look a little bit older, but they still look really good though. Oh my god! Conversation had gone on idly. Idly? I think it's idly. Without you fully taking in the words, until your ears were picked when Ma started on a bit of town gossip. And so, that's how I heard the news. Alright, now stop burying the lead and tell us, what is this so-called news? Ma giggled as she cast a look across the table, satisfied that she had everybody's attention. Well, it turns out the Donalds won't be renting out the condo up the street as per Sunset Bird tradition, for the first time in what must be nearly 2 decades. A chorus of gasps and shocked expressions were had all around. After the initial shock, your eyebrows pinched. Well, are they okay though? Are they alive? Mark considered them by name, but you and Liz always viewed them exclusively as the mean old couple that would yell at anyone under 25 who crossed their path. Does my boobs got bigger? You think so? I don't think so. Mommy always had big boobs, like both mommies. I feel like they always had big boobs. I mean, it could be the menopause, we don't know. Although it's a little bit early for menopause. I don't know. Your ma continued with her story, spreading strawberry jam over a piece of toast as she did so. They've decided not to take big trips anymore. Friends and family will be visiting them at their home. That's nice for them then. Have a good summer. Mean grandparents with no grandkids away from us. That's a relief. It's kind of sad they can't travel anymore. I hope they're still okay, even if they're mean. Yeah, I do hope they're still okay. My thoughts exactly, Liz. Finally, they can piss off. You didn't have anything to comment on the development. Well, you know what? I still hope that they're okay. They've had a very full life. It's nothing to sneeze at. And you be nice, Liz. You don't want to end up like them, do you? You and your sister cracked smiles at the joke.
Well,
at least they won't be here to yell at my children anymore. Danny. And that blunt comment got laughter from all three of you. Engrossed in conversation once more, you continued to chat with your family until the meal was over. That's nice. Step 3. Third time's charm. What did that mean? What? As it went, once the food was eaten, the cleanup had to be done. Liz took the role of washing the dishes and passed them to you for drying and putting away. You had a set of cups in front of you that needed to go on the top shelf of the cabinet. Yeah, I'm very tall. Oh yeah, no, but I still grew up. Okay, when I was 13, I was considered very tall. Am I still very tall, or did things change? I have a funny story about that. I don't know if it's time for a funny story, but you know what? When I was younger, I had to go and make my national ID, right? And on it, it asks you for your height. So I was gonna put the height, but then I was like, you know what? The ID is good for like, I don't know, maybe 10 years or whatever. So I was like, in 10 years, I'm definitely going to be taller than I am now. So I put whatever height that I thought I would be. But I think I cursed myself. I never reached that height. So my ID was forever displaying a height that wasn't mine. No one ever checked on that though, so I don't know why that's important. That's how I realized IDs are dumb. And also, don't curse yourself when you're younger. But you know what? I want to be tall. I'm very tall. I'm sure Colv is really tall too, and I don't want to be tiny next to him. So I'm gonna be very tall. There was simply a lot in life. You'd always been vertically gifted. Vertically gifted, I like it. You felt great about how things were. You hope you might still grow more. No, I'm happy. Your height was something about yourself that you were always quite pleased with. Liz shook you out of your internal musing by starting up an impromptu conversation. She seemed to be voicing the thoughts that had been buzzing around in her own head. I have to say, going back for another semester this fall is pretty intimidating. You'd think after the first year or two I'd have an handle on things, but no. He stole a glance at her, still placing cups in the proper place. I guess it's only fair. My first round was pretty general classes, and year 1 of my architecture major was the basics. She's an architecture major, oh my god. Now it feels serious. I have to actually know some things. The love she gave was flippantly airy, but the way she scrubbed at the plates held more force than necessary. I know you can handle it. I think it's really cool you want to be an architect. That does sound hard. You simply shrugged. I think it's really cool she wants to be an architect. Don't be too impressed yet. Wait to see if it actually happens. But thanks. Your older sister's mouth quirked into a small smile. It'll be fine, one way or another. Oh, but I'm not trying to scare you away from college, if that's even your plan. What is going on with that anyway? You've had a solid plan set for a long time, I wish. You came to a firm conclusion recently. Oh, I wish that too. You had kind of a general idea, yeah, probably that's more likely. You had absolutely no idea. You hadn't even let yourself think about it. It was too much. Well, I've already graduated, so it can't be one of those two, because after summer, something has to be happening, right? It should actually already be in the work, so... You know what? I want to be a confident person. I'm tall already, so I should have solid plans. You answered the question as much as you were able and willing to. Lisa's smile grew more reassuringly as you did. You made it through 12 years of full-time education already. You can make your ideas happen, I'm sure. Sometimes it still felt hard to believe your public schooling experience was over. In the end, you had graduated at top of your... Okay, is the wishful thinking still happening here? Top of your class, you saw through the high marks. You had to work extremely hard, but you were rewarded with great grades. You had been an average graduate. You struggled to reach the benchmark, but made it. You didn't try hard, but made it regardless. You know what? I'm gonna stop the wishful thinking. I'm an average graduate, right? I don't want to be an overachiever. I'm someone who has fun, and gifted or not gifted, you know. You know what? I'm gonna go with that. Average graduate. And you were going to miss it, and you felt satisfied living off here. And you wished it could have gone better, and you were glad it was truly behind you. Yeah, I'm satisfied leaving high school life behind. It's fine. It had been a familiar and enjoyable part of your life, but you were ready to move on. Liz picked up on the silence her question ended up creating. She decided it was time to make a closing statement on the topic. You're a good girl, Orestia. Do what's best for you, and you'll be here and we'll be here to back it up. Okay, a bit struggling, but it's okay. Thanks, Liz. At that, Liz happily passed the final dish away. She waved a soapy-soaked hand as a farewell and moved on to the next task for the cleanup job. So everyone is cleaning nowadays. It's pretty cool. When we were kids, we weren't doing crap. You were focused on getting the last pieces put back where they belonged. You eventually moved on to a new core, but that was interrupted by the sound of your cell phone. Woohoo! Who made it be? It was the phone's default ringtone. You had used to stay novelty song as a ringtone. You'd set one of the most beloved songs as your ringtone. The tone was set to just vibrate. You know what? When I was younger, I did kind of try to put different songs for every people who would be calling me, but that was ridiculous, wasn't it? Nowadays, it's only set up on vibrate. I do not wish to hear that song. Yeah, because vibrate is good enough. You can feel it, you can hear the vibration as well, and it's not too annoying, I would say. You casually picked it up from the table where you had placed it earlier. The phone was a couple years old at this point, having been a 16th birthday gift from your parents. They decided which model to get, but you got to pick the color. It was silver, black, gold, rose gold, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, or turquoise. You know what? I do not have a preference. You guys have a preference, or do we not care? I mean, I've already revealed that my phone is kind of purple. Should we go with that color? Or rose gold is a pretty color. I feel like I had a rose gold phone before. Pink? Okay, let's go for pink. And it was just a phone. You didn't do anything to decorate it. And it had a special charm attached to it. Ooh! Yeah, when I was younger, I did put charms on my phone. Until, yeah, I realized that, yeah, a phone is already like annoying enough to carry around. I'm not gonna put a charm on it. Although my phone has a ring on it because it's too big for my hands. Yeah, damish small hands. You know what? I think I didn't decorate it. Yeah, I'm too cool for that, aren't I? The screen lit up as you gave the little device a swipe with one finger. You were informed by caller ID that it was Lee. Oh, my cousin! You're unsurprised. Despite having busier and busier lives and none living in the same town, you still had a good relationship with your cousin of the same age. Especially once the miracle of both of you having your own phones actually happened. She got hers first though. Yeah, it's true, we loved spending a lot of time on the phone. Tapping on the accept button, you answered her call. A familiar, bubbly voice came through right after. Hi! Hey, Orestia! Hiya! I trust I'm not interrupting anything major? Only some cleaning around the house. Oh, then you're welcome for my call. A distraction from that must have been desperately needed. Yes, thank you, my dear cousin. Yes, I love doing chores. Yeah. I like cleaning. It's good to hear from you. It's good to hear from you. Right? She giggled, and you could hear the jangling on the jewelry she must be wearing. I got my first one when I was 14. It was one of those indestructible Nokias. I don't remember how old I was when I got mine, but yeah, it was the old generation ones. I carried the old generation ones for a very, very long time. I got my first smartphone when Pokemon Go came out. Okay, I got my first smartphone because Pokemon Go came out. But before that, I was just happy with the indestructible phones. That was really good. Nothing amazing is happening for me either. I'm bored and I felt like chatting. My morning shift ended, so I'm free for the rest of the day. Woo! That's good. You were off from your part-time job today. Oh, I have a part-time job. You hadn't started working anywhere yet. What? You know what? No, we are proactive. You're working, 18. What the hell? Like you, Lee had started dipping her toes in the workforce as of late. It made keeping in touch frequently even more complicated, but you both managed. What about you? It's been pretty normal. Cool. That's you then. So, how's Mr. Cuckolding doing? Look at her face. By the way, she looks exactly like the same way she did when she was younger. Like, oh, she's still adorable. Oh my god. So she knows that there's a thing going on with Cope. Okay, I've got to accept this relationship. I shouldn't fight it. I mean, I know the option of just being a friend is there, but maybe we would be taking more, like, a best opportunity with this game by actually going out with him. Let's go with the going out route. I don't remember exactly, but I think I was probably around 15, 16. Yeah, that's probably the time that usually people get smartphones. Before that, I think it's a bit irresponsible because a child shouldn't be really trusted with something that is that valuable. Or I don't know, you know why? Everybody's good. Every opinion is fine. Okay, I'm gonna shift again. I am moving so much. But I'm always moving so much. When I play games, it just doesn't hear it really that much better. Anyway, here we go. So, how is Mr. Cope Holden doing? There was a teasing bent in her tone. She was never willing to let up on what was going on between the two of you. But that name was incredibly familiar to you here, Cove, your next door neighbor, for the past decade at this point. Oh, it's been 10 years! The two of you were close, and that was all you could think on it. He was your best friend, at least. You hadn't admitted you felt more than that just yet. Ooh, maybe that's it. He was an important friend, but you secretly hoped he'd tell you he felt more than that. He was someone you had affection for, but you didn't want to take the relationship further. But he was far more than just someone who lived in the same street. He was your boyfriend. Okay, I don't know. What do you guys think at this point? How do you feel the relationship is going? Do you think it evolved already? Are we going to make it evolve? Actually, it would be more interesting to see it evolve here rather than just already being in the relationship. I don't know. Because this way, if we're not in a relationship yet, we're going to have the, how do you call that? The confession scene. Middle option. He was an important friend, but you secretly hoped he'd tell you he felt more than that. Okay. Well, if Rose wants it, let's go for it. Golf was so very special to you. Oh wait, I want to check on something. Oh yeah, I realized it last time. My face is actually kind of... Let's do this. Yeah, this one I'm not blocking the text. Sorry about that, I only realized it last time and I forgot to change it. Okay. Cove was so very special to you. You could only dream that it was mutual. You knew he wouldn't be able to tell him that, though. You wouldn't be able to tell him that, though. Maybe he would take the plunge. Oh my god. But like, I've realized, in this game, we don't have to make him fall in love with us. It already kind of is. Like, he's basically whatever we want him to be. I realized it after last time. So we shouldn't be too nervous about it. If we want him to confess, he probably will. Are you even surviving without the boy being 10 feet away at all times? Or is everything right with the world again and he's back? No, Lee, he isn't there. Just like he wasn't here yesterday, or the last time you asked, or the time before that.
Sorry.
Oh, my bad. Can you blame me? Doesn't it seem like he should have made his grand return already? Plus, I want to visit soon, and he needs to be there too. You could understand where she was coming from. This was certainly outside the norm. So what the hell, where is he? For the past couple months, and the last few weeks especially, Cove had been going to his mom's place in Nevada. Ooh! The two of you still regularly stayed in contact over text and calls, but still, your man began to drift back in time to the... Oh. I'm gonna go close the door. Okay, sorry, okay. Your mind began to drift back in time to all the prior trips he'd taken to visit her. Almost every year, he'd have to go away for a while and then he'd be back. It made you sad and lonely when it happens. You never minded it. It was kind of nice to have breaks away from each other. You weren't a fan, but made do? It was just shitty. It upset you. Your younger self worried about him leaving for good. Aww. I don't really mind it. I mean, he's going to go see his mom and he's gonna come back anyways. And we're just friends at this point, so it's not like we need a break from each other. You know what? It's fine. I don't mind it. You sent him letters. We send letters? Oh my god! What is it, the 90s? Do people still send letters nowadays? You sent him letters the entire time he was away. Your mom helped you ship out care packages to him and his mom. You gave him special treasures to take with him before he left. You kept an eye on his house for him while he wasn't there. You were incapable of doing anything until he was back. You know what? I like this one. Your mom's helped you ship out care packages to him and his mom because I really like his mom. And that's the thing that I would do. Sending care packages to people I like. Yeah, let's do that. He was always full of really great stuff. He sent you regular letters in return. But we are calling each other, aren't we? What's the letter for? That's how it was in the past, but lately, he had been trying to see her as much as he could before taking long trips to another state became too impractical to do. His part-time work could become full-time soon, or he could be moving somewhere else for school. Gove hadn't actually been entirely clear what his plans were after graduation. Gove was hesitant to speak on that, even with you. He couldn't be avoided forever though, you both knew that. Maybe we should switch this up to a non-Cove related topic? Sounds like a plan. The rest of the conversation rolled on. Not much longer though. Lee had to go, and you needed to finish your responsibilities around the house. The both of you exchanged goodbyes, and you went back to what you'd been working on before the call came in. Oh, look at her! She looks so good though! Oh my god! I really like Liz now. I've got mom's keys. Wanna get out of this tiny town to do some shopping in a real city? That sounds great! Good, I'm driving. Of course you were! That was obvious, you didn't know how to drive. You were glad for that, you still had a learner's permit. Even though you could drive too, it was her plan, so she could do it if she wanted. It was nice of her to do that. You had a license, but tried to avoid driving when possible. So this is in America, so at 18, I should be having my permit. If Leeds has it, that means that my mommy's probably paid for me to have it too. So I'm gonna go with this one. It's nice of her to do that. You had a license, but try to avoid driving when possible. Go get your wallet or anything else. We're going now. Oh, she looks so pretty! With a nod, you made a quick detour to collect your stuff from your bedroom. You had money saved up from all the part-time work you'd done, as well as from gifts you'd received. What a nice car! After making sure you both were fully prepared for the long haul to the largest city in the surrounding area, you buckled into the car. It was a smooth ride there, with light conversation about what shops to shop at and the radio blasting. Liz controlled what was played, but she made sure to pick songs she knew you liked. It was something the two of you had always done for each other. The trip there breezed by, and in what felt like no time you had gone from cruising down the road to cruising through the mall. Liz had her interest to check out, and yours too. Somehow this scene reminds me when I went to the mall with Bay in Night in the Woods. Am I gonna go ahead and break everything in this one as well? It would be fun. Your hobbies and skills were still the ones you developed when you were younger. You had gotten into new things since you grew up. Yeah, I'm getting into new things. Okay. I like to read. I like to watch. Games were fun to you. You like to play. Yeah, I like to play games. Board games, video games. What else do I like? You like going to the beach and going surfing. Yes. I'm good at surfing now that I'm grown up. Yeah. I enjoy music. I want to be playing the piano. Tapping your own instrument to play. Oh my gosh. Wait, what's that cool one? The little one, you know? The one that goes ding, 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 ding. Is it kalimba? Is that what it's called? I remember a couple years ago, I think, yeah, it was during like the COVID thingy. Everyone was posting videos of them playing songs of that. A xylophone? No, I think it's a kalimba. Is it called a kalimba? Let me Google it. I used to see a lot of people playing it on Twitter. Yeah, that's it. That's a kalimba. It's so pretty. It's a tiny thing, and you play with your thumbs. It's so cute. I'm gonna put the kalimba in here. Even though I would play the piano, I'm gonna put the kalimba because it, you know, kalimba. Okay. Oh, and if I can choose, I'm gonna put piano too and the guitars. Can I play the? I wanna play the violin. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that one. And yeah, I listen to a lot of music too. And that's it. Into fashion, you enjoy learning new things. I do enjoy learning new things. You wrote things. I do write things though. Okay, you know what? That was everything major that came to mind. Okay. When turning a corner down the new length of the mall, your eyes caught on the little gift store. Your friends and family had recently given you many presents for graduation high school. You realized you wanted to get a graduation gift to yourself to give to Cove. You had a gift of your own already to give to Cove when the chance came. You already appreciated what you had gotten. Well, I'm gonna give a gift to Cove. I'm a gift giver, actually. Graduation may have already come and gone, but Cove wasn't really around then anyways. You'd keep an eye out for something good, though you might have something nice for him at home already. Oh, do I? Eventually, the mall was explored in full, with every shop of note being checked over. Rather than going home, you decided to walk over to some smaller stores nearby. Oh, that sounds nice! Liz had many thoughts on that topic. Honestly, malls are not a bastion of society. Even if smaller stores require extra distance, the brands are so much more. Your sister abruptly stopped speaking and walking right in the middle of the path. It was a good thing no one was behind her. She seemed to entirely shut off for a moment. Is it gonna be Shiloh? Is it gonna be Shiloh? This? The attempt to catch her attention was unsuccessful. Something else had all her focus. Before you could puzzle out what might be happening, she began to mumble out of the corner of her mouth. Orestia, don't draw attention, but look. What? With a harsh whisper and a subtle jerk of the head, she urged you once more. Hey. Look. You followed her gaze, as best as you could, to a large bunch of colorful teens strolling down the same path. Okay. You faced back over your sister with a confused expression and an unspoken question. What were you supposed to be seeing there? Is it gonna be Shiloh? Orestia, doesn't one of them seem familiar? Is it gonna be Shiloh? She was practically bouncing at this point, so you looked to the group over again, and this time you saw what she was seeing. It is Shiloh! Is it Shiloh? I think it is Shiloh. I remember the marks on his face. Is it Shiloh? Am I freaking out? I don't know. Amongst the collection of strangers was brown hair, grey eyes, and lots of freckles. That's Shiloh! Yay! That's Shiloh, Rose! That's Shiloh! Our Shiloh! From where we were kids! Yep, it was definitely him. I can't believe it! He's honestly just there! That's hilarious! That's incredible! Oh, but how do we talk to him? We'd have to pull him away from all those other people and... Oh, what if I'm wrong? Your mouth opened to reply, but she cut it off with her own answer to the question. I've got it. I'll shoot the name Shiloh, and then we can act as if it wasn't us. If he responds to that, we'll know without a doubt it's him. Orestia, keep an eye out for if he looks... Liz, can't you just talk to him normally? No, that's not fun. We are not doing that. It's a terrible plan. No, it is a good plan. Why do I have to be the one who watches? Of course I will. Let's try it. You know what? Let's try it. I want to do this with her. Likely, without even hearing what you had to say, Liz put her plan into action. Shiloh! She loudly projected the word across the way and then put on an act of casualness, turning her head away from the scene while brushing at the skirt of her dress. In a supremely awkward moment, you could only stand there as the tension in the area shifted to the two of you thanks to your sister's shout. But of the many startled bystanders who became altered to your presence, one of them was the boy. From a distance, his large eyes met yours. He looked. A wide grin took over Liz's face. She pushed the rim of her sun hat up and away from her face while switching back around to greet her old friend directly. Shiloh! Waving, she stepped a bit closer to express her intention to meet without really closing the gap. She wanted him to come to her. Of course she does. You, who presumed to be shallow, looked surprised at the call-out. Who you presumed to be shallow looked surprised at the call-out. He stole a quick glance at the crowd he was with and hesitantly glanced back to your way. He was trying to double-check something. Liz remained steadfast with her gaze trained on him. Ultimately, he broke away from the rest of them. So cute! After a light-footed jog across the brick path, the young man pleasantly presented himself in front of Liz and you. Hi! I like your hat! Just a simple greeting at Liz giggling. They're so cute! Hey. Hello, I'm not sure if you remember this, but I'm Lizzie, and that's Orestia. We were all friends when we were little kids. I got to blow my nose, sorry. Okay, all good. His already wide eyes grew even larger, their gaze darting between you and Liz. His previously chipper demeanor faded into something delicate. I'm really sorry, but I think you have the wrong person. Wait, what? What? No! Huh? You could tell not being instantly recognized was going to make this exchange more of a challenge. Still, Liz was undeterred. Oh my gosh, he liked Liz so much when he was younger. How come he forgot? It was a long time ago. You were really young. I get why you feel like that. However, I'm positive I'm right. You're exactly the same. That face, the freckle, how genuinely you try to face things. You're even still wearing a hat. Instinctively, he looked up at his headwear with creased brows, not making the connection of what he meant by something to her. Okay. We knew each other, okay? An uneasy smile settled on him as the silence followed Liz's speech. He was picking his next words carefully. And then the quiet was obliterated by a new voice bursting into the conversation. Shiloh, what are you doing? The rest of the group already left. A field trip is not a vacation. We are on schedule. Startled. Oh no, he really doesn't remember? Startled, your head snapped toward the path. A distinctly unhappy individual with piercing magenta eyes, dark brown skin, and a sharp jaw stormed your way. Okay, that's the. Seriously, this is how a main character looks like. Piercing magenta eyes, dark brown skin, a sharp jaw. Yeah, we gotta go date him. I'm gonna be dating everyone. He carried a cloud of authority with him, despite looking like he wasn't even 18 yet. Sorry, I didn't mean to ditch. Shiloh, whose name was now officially confirmed, gestured with a hand to add to the explanation of his absence, as a stranger watched impatiently. I want to see the stranger. They thought they recognized me as someone they knew, but it was a tiny misunderstanding. Oh my gosh, Shiloh is blowing us off. Shiloh is blowing us off. Liz theoretically as well as literally put her foot down at that, stomping in frustration and getting more childish the longer she was around her childhood companion. Come on. We do know you. Shiloh merely shrunk on himself. The tone he spoke was pained. Oh no. Sorry. You honestly couldn't tell if he was apologizing for the upset feelings of your sister, of the palpable dissatisfaction of his new acquaintance. That in itself was very Shiloh-like. Gonna drink some more water? I'm already bumping my words. Yummy water. Oh my gosh, it's already been an hour. Okay. Let's get to it. Oh, you know him, is that it? I don't know who's talking, so I don't know what voice to make. The stranger spoke in a dismissively scoffing tone. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Dismissively scoffing. As if the words sounded so absurd to him, it was almost amusing. Almost. But the sternness of his demeanor quickly reinstated itself. Well, do you know me? I'll tell you, I'm someone who has been forced against his will to be aware of what's going on in Shallow's ridiculous personal life for a year. If the two of you had any importance in his general day-to-day existence, it would have come up by now. Oh my gosh, this is so mean. Don't bother trying to exaggerate any trivial connection you might have. It's not good enough. He's with us and you'll survive without him. Now stop loitering in the road. It's rude. Oh my god. Excuse me? We're the rude ones? The high-strung ranting got an audible gasp from Shallow, who finally started to speak up against in defense. Nate, that's really mean. Nate, that's a man, right? I think Nate is a name for a man. It's also true, we're leaving. With that declaration, the unofficially introduced Nate indignantly spun on his heels and walked speedily towards where the group went, completely confident that Shallow would follow behind. Oh. People can sure have bad attitudes, huh? Why can't they just try to get along? It's not hard. Don't worry though, I bet you won't have to deal with him again. And I'm sorry I can't stay to talk to you, but I hope you have a really nice life. Oh my gosh, he nice life to us. Is he nice life to us? Bye. Oh my god. I wanna hug Liz so bad. Oh, poor Liz. And that was it. His final parting words given, Shallow left the two of you behind to catch up with his own life that he had to live. I know! Is it because we weren't sure we were friends when we were younger? But I thought because I didn't want to deepen my relationship with him, but because I thought that he was interested in Liz, I didn't expect him to go like this. Maybe in the DLC we can have him? Like, back in the story, I mean? That was a weird way to say that. And that was it. His final parting words given, Shallow left the two of you behind to catch up with his own life that he had to go live. Oh my god. Liz watched his exit, stunned, only to frown when it hit her that he was really gone as quickly as he appeared. It happened so fast you hadn't even been able to get a word in. She sighed. All the energy she built up, releasing with the breath. Ugh. I could have told him his last name was Fields, his birthday is October 30th. That could have proved it, but no. Oh my gosh, she has a good memory. I'm sorry, Liz. Whoa, Shallow grew up to be dumb. You were left feeling equally deflated. Whoever Nate is, it sucks. Well, damn. You couldn't help but laugh. I don't know, should we laugh to defuse the situation? I also feel deflated that he doesn't remember us. I thought we were friends. Well, damn, that's something I would say. You know what? I'm gonna laugh it out. It's okay, we haven't seen him since we were 8. It's true we were friends, but the past is the past. Let's leave it behind. You knew it wasn't funny to your sister, but it was just so weird and unexpected. Do you want to catch up with him? Liz merely shook her head, pushing off childish thoughts. I think we can leave him there, thanks. He's in the middle of a high school field trip, and it was already enough being able to see him. There's something reassuring about witnessing firsthand that he's still out there, enjoying his own part of the world. Oh, that's so cute! Though, if given the chance, I could definitely have a few words with him about the company he's got. She laughed, but you could tell there wasn't much humor to it. She was mad at that guy, even if she was happy to let Shallow go. Maybe they're only with each other because of the trip, and it's not usually how things are. Right? True. We can only hope the same for him, as he did for us. Have a nice life, Shiloh. Aww. Have a good life. Bye, Shiloh. We'll miss you. Good luck out there. You'll need it. You didn't have anything left to say. You know what? Bye, Shiloh. No, have a good life. Yes, have a good life, you too. Liz smiled at you. It had the self-confidence you knew so well from her. Yeah. Come on, little baby sister. Let's finish our own trip. She called me little baby sister. Yeah, let's go. No matter how either of you really felt about the occurrence, it was something you simply had to accept. People you know just disappeared and reappeared in the most unexpected ways. Are we gonna see Jeremy again? I don't want to be seeing Jeremy. Who else? Derek. It would be fun to see Derek. The two of you enjoyed what remained of your outing until it was time to return home. By the time you arrived back, the sun was already beginning to set. You arched your back as you stretched your arms towards the ceiling. While it had been a good day, it had enough activity to cover an entire week. Oh my god. Liz tried to hide a yawn behind her hands, but you weren't the only one feeling worn out. I'll be heading to my room, I mean the guest room, since mine stopped being available as soon as I was out the door. Her tone was light. She had quite a lot to say on the subject when you'd first taken over her bigger room after she left for college, but there have been many trips back home for her since then. The room hasn't been hers for years. It was more of a running joke now that she continued to bring the topic up to this day. Let it go, Liz. I didn't see your name on it. Thank you, Liz. It's a really nice room. Thanks for being so gracious about giving it up. Yeah, gracious is the word. Just wanted to follow in my big sister's shoes. I'm sorry. You know I'm gonna joke by it. Thanks for being so gracious about giving it up. I had no choice. A small laugh was shared between you and your older sister. I'm so happy we have a good relationship now. You better believe you'll be back in the guest room when you've got your own place and we're both in town for a visit. We can take turns. You'll have Thanksgiving, I'll get Christmas. Yes, that's a good one. Sure, don't count on it. That's alright with me, I don't need it. Yeah, I'll get Christmas. What a reasonable and mature suggestion. I'll think about accepting it. She flashed her familiar grin and you couldn't help but feel glad she was back around, even if it was temporary. With that, she plodded off to the spare room. You were ready to do the same. Moving into a new space was your first opportunity to decorate from scratch. Oh, we're going to see the new room! I can design the room! Oh my god! Okay. Should I design it like my background? Okay, layout. Blue, green. Ooh! Oh! Okay. Purple. Oh, nice. Yellow. Ooh, no, I don't like. Okay. Blue. Okay. Blue is not bad. Green is not bad either. I wouldn't put the bed here. Purple. Yeah, having the bed here is better. Like yeah. Ooh, the bed is bigger in blue, is it? I don't know. I feel like it's bigger in blue. Yeah, it goes all the way here, and in purple, only the way here. It's that different. And I'm supposed to be big. Okay. Oh, but this one, okay. So this one is more of a girly one because it has the products over here. The blue one, yeah, the blue one is too empty. It's not comfortable. The green one, I like it with the computer and everything, but like, who puts a bed here? It's weird. Yellow, really yellow is not for me. Yellow, I don't feel it. Okay, what do you guys think though? What do you guys think? But I do like having a computer though. A big computer, a big one. Okay, blue definitely, okay, it's between green and purple. Between green and purple, because purple is not bad, but there's no desk. We do need a desk, what the hell? Green is my vote. Okay, let's go with green then. Let's go with green. Oh, extras. What's that extra? Okay, extra. Okay. Window left, right? Ooh! Yeah, I'm the kind who puts a lot of stuff to decor. Walls left. Ooh! Back. Oh my god. Right. Ooh! Lights. Okay, that's a lot though. Oh, it's either bag. Okay, I'm not gonna take the bag because that's way too much. Ooh, that one is not bad either. Lights. That's my home over there. If you go past that galaxy with this tiny level over there. But that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't want to have something hanging around on my bed. Imagine it falls at night. Oh wait, there's a lot of other options when I click on it several times. Ooh! I like that better than I like lights. Okay, lights is only one choice. Okay, I like that. And that's only one choice as well. Okay, I like it this way. What about the floor? No, we're not gonna have a bowl in the floor just like that. Middle. Ooh, the guitar. Yeah, we play the guitar and the violin and everything else too. We play everything. Do we stargaze? Yes, but if I did, I wouldn't leave it here. Well, it's a little bit cluttered, but I think it's better this way. Okay, done! You were really satisfied with the feel of your tiny part of the world. Yes, I am satisfied. As your thoughts drifted, you tried to bite down another yawn. It was no good. Your bed was now lodged in your mind, and all you could think about was collapsing on it. Well, it's summer holiday, so yeah, let's go collapse. Let's go. What if Cove comes in the middle of the night? Okay, you know what? I'm starting to have bad thoughts. It's okay, it's okay. He will confess to us at some point. Let's not rush things. You trudged up the stairs to your room. Stepping inside, you closed the door behind you, blocking the rest of the house. When you turned back around, you realized you were not alone there. Oh, I'm not alone in there? Do I have a cat? I want a cat! Comfortably perched on the windowsill was someone very familiar to you. Is it a cat? Is it a cat? Is it a cat? Wait, ah! Ah! Oh my gosh! Come! Ah! Did we give him this hairstyle? I completely forgot! Oh, he looks good. And did we give him that shirt? Oh my gosh, he's almost naked. Wait, was that all Rose's choices? Yeah, he's blushing too. Are you blushing, Rose? Yeah, that's your boy. That's your boy. He's in my room? Like, he's not even waiting for me and he's already in my room? Could be waiting in the living room, that would be more polite. The shock knocks all the word out of you. I would go for huh? I would say huh. Oh, oh cutie, he has a smile now. Okay, I've got to make his, I have to do his voice. Ugh, I wish I had a friend's voice actor here. Okay. Surprised? His tone was easy and relaxed. It certainly was a surprise. You hadn't expected him to be within the state, never mind your own house. He hadn't answered how he had suddenly just appeared back in Scented Bird. Though to be fair, you had been so astounded there hadn't been much of an opportunity for him to chat with you. Thankfully, Cove was only waiting for a good moment to start, and began to explain. I got in about 15 minutes ago. No one was home, so I figured I'd come in the usual way. So you came in through the window? You came through the window! A small smile had formed on his face. You were still staring at him, unable to blink in case he disappeared. You could still barely believe that he was really there, mere feet away from you. I left my bags in your backyard. I hope that's alright. I'm trying to do a deep voice, but I don't really have a deep voice, and when I go deeper I get monotone and that's not fun. Anyways, that was when you truly understood. Cove had come straight to you upon getting back to town. You were his first port of call. Oh my gosh, taking precedence about all this. Oh my god! Even though you hadn't been in even though you hadn't been in when you called. Oh, he came to see you before going back home. I know, my God, Rose. He's smitten, We're gonna get a confession from him really soon. Don't worry, Rose. I'm gonna get that boyfriend. Don't worry. Even though you hadn't been in when he called, Cove had ensured that he'd see you at the earliest opportunity, rather than allowing his plans to change. Wow, you laughed. The realization made you bashful? What is bashful? You shook your head at his antics. You stayed frozen? The shock was yet to melt away. No. You walked over to join him. You ran to Cove. I'm gonna laugh because this is weird. When I'm surprised, I would usually laugh. Okay, let's go with that. The delight bubbled out of you as a fit of chuckles. Oh my God. He could never even attempt to hide how he felt about anything, including you. Cove dropped from his seat on the windowsill, landing lightly on his feet. He made his way over to you, his smile still resting on his face. You're too crazy. I'm so glad you're here. I missed you. Trouble back in town. I can't believe my eyes. It's the most amazing man in the world. Wait, what? The most amazing man in the world. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess. We don't have a father, so... You didn't need to say anything. You know what? You're crazy, dude. You came in through the window. You could have just called and I would let you know that I'm almost there and I would come to your place and whatever. You know what? I'm glad you're here. Yeah, let's go with I'm glad you're here. You ruffled his hair. Oh my gosh, physical touch. You jovially punched him on the arm. You wrapped him in a gentle embrace. You pulled him into a bone-crushing hug. You jumped into his arms. You smiled at him. I'm gonna smile at him. I'm gonna be comfortable. You know what? I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna smile at him. Your smile fueled Cove's own, brightening him up even further. Being the focus of your joy and attention made a blush bloom on his skin. I still can't believe he went with that shirt. I mean, it's basically naked. Okay, sorry, I get distracted. Being the focus of your joy and attention made a blush bloom on his skin like flowers blossoming in spring. I missed you. I like it. I know you like it, Rose. Even if you hadn't said it outright, you would have gotten the message from his body language. Cove was grinning widely, his raised cheek burying his eyes, which gleamed like hidden gems. Aww. But he looked at you as if you were the most exciting treasure of all. Oh, how was the trip? Yeah, I had a great time. Cove told you about how his trip back home gone. His mom was doing really well. She had a project in the works that she was thrilled about. As a result, Cove was going to be sticking around in Sunset Bird for the time being. Things were settled as much as they ever could be. With Cove back once more, you felt at ease. Aww. Wait, since when do we have buildings outside the window? I thought we were close to the beach. Huh? Anyway, Cove stretched his arm. I'm putting my H's everywhere. You look so cute. Cove stretched his arms. Anyway, out over his head. His eyes on the window and the world beyond. The sun had set while you'd been busy reuniting. Well, I should probably get my stuff and see Dad. But you did move rooms. Well, yeah, but still, I thought we were not in a very busy area of town. Look at that. It looks like we're in Manhattan or something. Am I wrong? You hadn't even said hi to his dad? Oh my god. He glanced over to you with a familiar, expectant look. Wanna come with me? Yeah, you know I do. No, but I'll walk you downstairs. Sure, I can go over for a little while. You know I do. I wanna see Daddy. We gotta see how he looks now. Maybe he tied his hair back up, Rosie. We don't know. Cool. Cove began to head to your bedroom door. You followed after him. You insisted on the piggyback ride. What the hell? Follow after him. The two of you casually went down to the ground floor of your house. In all the excitement of Cove's return, you hadn't even remembered the gift you'd prepared for when he got back. It would be best to give it to him now before he left your house. Can you wait here for a little while? I got something for you. Cove's eyes widened as he tried to conceal a smile. He toyed with the collar of his top. Really? I mean, you didn't have to do that. You nodded with some eagerness, trying to imagine how he'd react when he actually saw it. So what did we get him? You'd bought Cove something special. The gift you'd chosen hadn't been something you could buy. Ooh! It is a tourist town. Yes, it's true. Well, it is set up in America, so I'm not... yeah, maybe I'm not familiar with how things are over there. I think I'm gonna make... I like making things for people. I'm gonna... something I can't buy. It was... the orange shell he'd been entranced with... really? I don't know. Why we don't have much of a choice here. Okay, the orange shell he'd been entranced with since you were kids. You quickly went up to your room to collect the shell, knowing exactly where to find it. It had been housed in the same box since you were a little kid, after all. Taking great care, you extracted it from the case. I was hoping it was a shell. Oh, really? Oh, I thought it would be something that I would make him, but that's just the shell. I mean, he knows where the shell is and everything. But you know what? It carries some memories and stuff, so I guess that makes sense. Though it had been a long time since you'd taken it out, the grooves were as familiar to your fingertips as the opening line of your favorite song was to your ear. Cove had admired this shell ever since he first saw it, declaring it to be the best of all your treasures. Despite that, it never accepted your offers to take it. You hoped that might change tonight. You closed your hand around the shell, not wanting Cove to see it until you were ready, and headed downstairs. When you were back in front of Cove, you cautiously lifted your arm up. He looked on curiously as you unfurled your fingers to show him the gift. I know you don't want to take it from me, but what I want is for you to have it. Cove stared down at the familiar shell nestled in your palm, his mouth parted, though no words came out. He drew his eyes up to meet yours silently, and found the answer to whatever question he couldn't speak. He put his hand over yours and broke the silence. Romantic tension. Okay. Wait, that's it? It was as quiet as a whisper. His fingers were as gentle as his words, brushing against your palm as he took the shell from your grasps. Yeah, it's so cute, isn't it? He cradled it carefully against his chest and smiled at you, his eyes bright. I'll keep it forever. Cove reverentially laid the gift safely on the counter, but he didn't turn back to face you once he had ensured it was secure. Though his face was angled away from you, you caught his eyelashes fluttering as if battling away tears. Oh, he's still a crybaby! His throat bobbed as he swallowed, bubbling emotions. Aww. You knew that Cove could be sentimental. The gift and all the memories and feelings tied up in it seemed to have taken a toll on him. He began to sniffle. You felt the need to reach out. Cove? I can't. You just... Orestia, I don't know what to do. Well, what's happening? He forcefully scrubbed at his eyes, like he was trying to push the tears that threatened to spill back in. Oh, Cove, it's okay. Do you need to cry? No. Look at him, oh my god, get him tissues. Nevertheless, tears had begun to spill down his cheeks. Even as he wiped them away, more took their place. Thank you. Baby, I know. His voice quavered as he spoke. You're welcome, don't worry about it. You're such a crybaby. You didn't need words. I'm gonna say it. I've been saying it from the beginning. You're such a crybaby, dude. Cove let out a steady breath. He was far removed from the shaky grasp that had accompanied the sniffles the tears had dried. His eyes were a little red, but open and at peace once again. He smiled, fully recovered from the emotion that had overcome it. Aww. You're really, seriously, too nice to me. You smiled back. I don't think there's such a thing as too nice when it comes to you. Cove brushed his hand against the pale ghost of a scar on his arm. He was at a loss for what to do now. The clock ticked away, counting the seconds of silence. Once you had the chance to settle your thoughts, you figured you'd tell Cove the intriguing news. I meant to tell you earlier, I saw Shiloh today. Huh? Shiloh? Cove repeated the name, his expression blank. From when we were kids. Cove pondered for a moment, then snapped his fingers. Oh, he was a freaky boy from that first summer, right? The one who moved. I met a guy named Shiloh. He looked just like Shiloh we knew, plus however many years. But he didn't remember me and just left. Cove frowned. That's, I don't know. Too bad I missed it, though you knew him better than I did. That was definitely true. Not only had Cove only known Shiloh for a shorter period of time, but he and Shiloh had never quite gotten along. Not that they were enemies either, just kids who were only ever together because other people they both knew. I wonder what Shiloh's up to these days. I don't have any idea. He didn't say much. Oh, well. That was everything you had on the news item, so you moved on to the next big update. Also, you know the mean old neighbors? The one you always... sorry. The one who would always yell at us. He cringed. Recalling those particular memories of back in the days was not pleasant, even for someone as nostalgic as him. Yeah. They're not coming. They didn't rent the condo this summer. Cove's jaw dropped. You didn't blame him. The elderly couple had been an institution for as far back as you could remember. Long predating Cove's arrival. Even now, as a teenager, you found your neck pricking as you walked by their condo, half expecting a scolding for breathing the wrong way in the vicinity of their vacation home. It was strange to think of that coming to an end. Whoa. Cove blinked, clearly struggling with the idea in the same way you had. I didn't see that coming. People being gone, people coming back. It feels like I've missed a lot. This has been a busy summer already. Well, you haven't missed the fireflies. They haven't shown up yet. Well, that's something. And we'd better not get left behind. There's still stuff to do. You nodded. The two of you headed out and traced the most familiar path you'd ever walked, the trip across the road over to Cove's house. It seemed that no other than... sorry. It's gonna be okay. It seemed that no sooner had the night begun than it was already at an end. What? And the dawn of a new day was soon upon you. We spent the night together talking? Oh my god! The next morning, your belly was full of breakfast, and you were in a pleasant mood. You hoped the rest of the day followed suit. Whoa. Yeah, Dama. Hi, welcome back. Later, you were meeting up with your friends, Cove, Miranda, and Terry, to get into town. It was all on short notice, but that was because everyone was just so excited that Cove was finally back home. Having a nice daydream? You blinked, pushing all your thoughts away and returning to reality, Your mom was watching you with a teasing smile. So, what's on the agenda today? I'm meeting up with some people. Well, I hope you and your friends have fun. Don't get into too much trouble. She winked at you. You both knew that both of your moms wanted you to enjoy every bit of this summer before all the big changes started. I'll try. But before you go gallivanting around the town, could you bring the mail in? I'm finishing up putting the dishes away over here. Alright. Thanks very much. Look! Daddy is here! Daddy is here! Okay, no, he's not getting any better. He's not getting better. He's still taller than his son, though. You think it's better? Really? Because he has his hair tied? Cove's dad. Yeah, it's Cove's dad. Yeah, you didn't like him, Uros, when he had his hair, like, untied or whatever. But I don't know how I feel about the shirt. I don't know how I feel about the hair. Maybe a shorter hair would look good on him. Anyways, as soon as you were outside your front door, you couldn't help but see Cove and his dad standing around in the road. They noticed you too. Hey there, Orestia. Hi, good timing. You should come join us. Do male voice, that's hard. At least when he was a kid it was easier. You waved at him, you hugged him, you give him a high five, you give him a noogie, you ruffled his hair. I'm gonna wave because, well, Daddy is here. Cove couldn't quite meet your gaze, but as you approached, the corners of his mouth pulled into a smile. Oh, he's always so goofy looking. You noticed Mr. Holden was taking in the scene of you and Cove with a self-satisfied smile. Okay, all the adults, they know. All the adults of the neighborhood, they know that something's going on. I wonder if they know that he used to come into my bedroom at night when we were 13. Cove followed your line of sight and shot his dad an unimpressed look. For a moment, Mr. Holden seemed like he had a thought dancing on the tip of his tongue, but he decided to keep it to himself. So, what are you up to today? As far as I know, nothing too much. Me and Cove are meeting some friends in town later. Sounds like a plan to me. Yawning, Mr. Holden stretched his arm over his head. Oh, and my boy, I've just been waiting around to see what the new neighbors are like. Seriously, you have nothing else to do with your life? Okay. It was definitely his idea. I don't know how you're not interested in this. It's big news. Besides, it's only be polite to greet the new folks in town. Maybe he'll be a single dad and his son? You've been here too long. If seeing a new person rent a condo is what you consider an exciting development, that's true. Yes, I'm dying to see the newcomers. I'm not interested at all. Your response was just a shrug. I don't want to meet them. Well, anyone has to be better than last tenants, that's for sure. I wonder, is it going to be a joke or is it going to be something mean? Because that's something that I would say. But jokingly, you know. You've been here too long if seeing a new person rent a condo is what you consider an exciting development. For several moments, Mr. Holden was unable to answer. He was laughing and slightly shaking his head. Okay, he's laughing at least. You might be onto something. Cove put a reassuring hand on his dad's shoulder.
Don't worry about it.
You can still make the most of your life before it's too late. Everyone's teasing him now. How old do you think I am? I'm not that old. Okay, maybe I am. You might be. I mean, you don't look old though. You still look good. You tell me this guy is 29, I would say okay. But he's probably not, because Cove is 18. Mr. Holden took one more glance at the currently vacant building and sighed dramatically. Then he turned back to you and Cove. His whole body seemed deflated. So why, he doesn't want to wait anymore? Oh, there's no sign of them, and I still need to head over to work soon. Cove gave his dad a few reassuring pats on the back. He looks late 30s, early 40s. Oh, really? Really? He looks exactly the same to me, only the hairstyle changed. Maybe I should have like a next probably online I can find like his like visual sheet or something. Okay, I promise to keep an eye out. I can text you if anything happens. Really? Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, only until I have to meet up with Terry and Miranda. Would that still work? With a wide grin breaking out on his face, Mr. Holden looked absolutely thrilled to have his nosiness enabled. Nosiness enabled! That works. He moved to firmly place both hands over Cove's shoulders, fixing his child with a firm stare. Aww. Look at him! Why is he being so embarrassed? Son, you are my true ally in this world. Mr. Holden stood up straighter, letting Cove go. He looked reinvigorated. Okay, with that settled, I'll go make some money. That's always been one of the things I do best. Oh, good for him. maybe Cove's dad is not so bad. Mr. Holden headed off to the garage with a big wave goodbye. Cove smiled the whole time. You both watched his dad leave. You really liked Mr. Holden. Mr. Holden was one of your favorite people. Cove's dad was kind of a bother. Oh? You had mixed feelings. No, I really like him. One of my favorite people, don't push it, but like, I really like him. You had for a long time, of course. As soon as he was out of sight, Cove sighed slightly. Are you okay? Yeah. Just not looking forward to waiting. Guess I'll be hanging around the street a while. Good luck. See you later, bye. I'll stick around to see the new neighbors. I can't wait with you. Why don't I stay to see the new neighbor and keep you company? I can't wait with you. I'm gonna be straightforward. You wouldn't abandon Cove there to wither on the road out of boredom. Really? Of course. I like keeping you company, remember? He stared at you a moment, smiling softly and thinking about his response.
Me too.
I like that too. His eyes fixated on you firmly. Orestia, you're my true ally in this world. That got a fair amount of chuckles from you. He grinned, the stoicism fading into amusement.
Thank you.
You're always good to me. Aww. You're lucky to have me, it's no problem. I can't help myself. You laughed. You shook your head. You simply shrugged. I'm gonna laugh, and I'm gonna drink some more water. Ugh. He was soft and happy. The smile on his face reached his eyes, and it made you feel electric. Ooh! Big sip. Yes! Big sip of water for everyone! He then stepped over to the front porch steps, lazily taking a seat and leaning back on his arms. Our watch begins. Nodding in agreement, you joined Cove on the front porch steps. You both sat there in a comfortable familiarity as you settled in for the waiting game of the new tenants. The neighborhood was quiet, and you sighed contentedly, closing your eyes and feeling the slight breeze. Eventually, you both perked up at the sound of a car. A taxi followed the noise, turning into your street. Cove's eyebrows raised at the sight, and he sat up straight on the stoop.
Oh?
This has to be them, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. Now that they were here, you couldn't help but feel just a little bit curious. You wondered what kind of person would be living in the neighborhood for the summer. The taxi pulled to a stop as you expected in front of the now empty condo. It was on the same side of the street as your house, a few buildings further up. It's Jeremy's family. You think? Oh, you think? That would be funny. Without getting to his feet, Cove tried leaning and tilting his head to get a view of the passenger door as it opened. The single occupant exited the cab. Oh, it's one person. Huh? You could feel that Cove was in that moment. After the last renters, this new visitor was definitely not exactly what you'd expect. Whoa, ooh, what? What's the hairstyle? It looks like it's from an anime or something. He was a young man, had to be close to your own age. He was dressed fully in an eclectic black, white, and grey outfit. Even his side swooping hair matched the scheme. Well, hello there! Okay. Yeah, it is something, that's for sure. Ooh, 2 rings! I like the 2 rings on the hand. Mole in the neck, okay. Hopefully not Jeremy. That's not Jeremy. Or, nah, Jeremy didn't hide this eye color. It was all green. The only other pop of color was from something that couldn't easily be fashioned into submission. A pair of dark brown eyes, which you caught when he looked over at his audience. Hello folks, who might you be? We're the neighbors. The smile already prominent on his face curled further. It was cocky, but you didn't get the impression it meant something adverse. Aww, he's got the charisma. Hallelujah. Wait, what? You and Cobb shared a familiar look with one another, bewildered even further. The color-coordinated man left it there, however, and with a firm click he shut the door of his ride. Then he turned his back to you to retrieve a large and surprisingly black suitcase out of the trunk. Continuing on with his own business, he strolled forward and lightly tapped on the driver's side window with his knuckles, asking for them to roll it down. When it opened, he leaned down and rested his arm on the edge. You assumed he was thanking the driver for getting him there, considering he slipped them a tip during the brief chat. They shook hands, and then he pushed himself up and away from the taxi with both arms, giving the driver room to leave. The taxi pulled away, rolling carefully down the road and out of sight around the corner. The new renter had officially arrived. He's got a nice, I would say. I don't like the eyes. It's a little too much, but I like the way he's dressed. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. More my style. Let's say it's more my style. He left his suitcase on the ground, out of the way of the street, and sauntered over your way with the confidence of someone who had been invited to join. Cole finally stood up to greet his person. You followed suit.
Excellent.
Baxter! That's the name of a dog. I'm Baxter Ward. It's excellent to meet you, neighbors. You were standing on the side he was approaching from. When Baxter got close enough, he offered his hand to you first. You shook it. You offered a low five him. You held your arm open for a hug. You kept your distance. I'm gonna shook his hand. That would be impolite not to. Baxter gripped your hand firmly to give a satisfying shake. Hi Baxter, I'm Orestia. Hey Orestia, I'm quite keen on getting to know you better this summer. We could be good friends. From your other side, Cove made a sudden sputtering noise. Wait, he's not even saying hi to Cove, he's only saying hi to me, that's weird. And you are? He lifted his hand out to Cove next. Okay. Cove shook his hand, still eyeing Baxter carefully. I'm Cove. Baxter's whole demeanor lit up for unknown reasons. His eyes shone as he studied Cove for a moment.
Really?
Now wait, is that a nickname or your real name? It's just my name. Cove spoke mildly, having given that explanation many times in the past, but it clearly charmed Baxter all the same. He tossed his head to one side with a laugh. Your parents knew exactly what they were doing. I can't imagine a more fitting name for a face I'm seeing. Cove, that's gorgeous. So, wait, what? Is he, wait. Well, I guess we're gonna have a threesome. really not. Look at him, he's all flustered. Mr. Stick your man. Okay, steal your man. Okay, that's better. Yeah, he's gonna steal my man. He's probably gonna steal the whole neighborhood. No, I agree, it's you. Hey, only I get to fluster him. That's a lot considering you're talking to a stranger, Baxter. You didn't know what to say. Should I go for that? Only I get to fluster him, but I would say that like jokingly, no? Or am I saying that defiantly? I don't know. I know the colors are supposed to be meaning a tone, but I don't remember which tone it is. If it's jokingly, it's fine, but if it's like... I don't want to agree. I don't want to argue. I'm just going to... Okay, I'm going to say I agree. I agree, it suits you.
Not bad.
Nice to see someone else knows. I don't know what voice to give him. I'm gonna go for British. The impact might faded for you. Living with it this long, but I promise to the onlooker, it's a knockout. Ooh. Cove couldn't face either of you after that. His cheeks were quickly turning bright red with embarrassment. Aww. You noticed that Baxter looked apologetic over Cove's increased discomfort. Oh, he's still a nice person though. I'm sorry. I didn't intend it to mean more than what it did. I like your name, but you don't have to mind that. I'm patently against stepping on anyone's toes. Oh, he's a nice guy. He chuckled to himself. It seemed like there was some extra meaning hidden there in his words. Really? And you noticed that Cove raised an eyebrow, picking up on that too. I'm not picking up on it. I'm not picking up on it. What am I supposed to be picking up on? Baxter didn't even open his eyes to see your face to know he had some feeling to do. He stood up straighter, striking a slight pose with the position of his feet. I'm a ballroom dancer, hence the phrasing. I don't get it. Oh, I don't know how much about dancing, but that's pretty cool. It's not hard once you get the basics down. I'm gonna try and stop stuttering. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drink some more water. Okay, water acquired. Let's go. Cove didn't look convinced at all. Baxter took that as a cue to keep talking. Well, he grinned in a way that was rapidly becoming familiar to you. If either of you are ever looking for a partner, I'm available. Either of us? Well, that's why he has the two colors. He's probably bi. Well, that's pretty cute. Cove frowned at that over-forwardness. Thanks? I'd pass, I think. I'll take you up on that offer sometimes. I'd rather not. I could probably show you some moves. You didn't answer the question. Yeah, I'll take you up on that offer sometimes. I love dancing. I look forward to that then. After that, there was a lull in the conversation, and Cove attempted to fill it. Oh, Cove attempted to fill the conversation now. That's new. What made you decide on Sunset Bird? Oh, yes. Well, my parent rented a condo, so I had a place to stay while I'm off for a semester from college and not living in the dorms. There was a playful glint in Baxter's eyes as he continued.
Honestly.
Ideally, they wanted to send me somewhere that wasn't too exciting, but lucky for me, they picked the wrong street, considering the two of you live here. Cove was practically reeling over how Baxter found a way to fit comments like that into every single topic thus far. I like him though, it's funny. Why do you keep doing that? You don't know us, but you talk like you already do. Cove spoke, firm yet genuinely confused, and Baxter smiled cautiously. I don't feel the need to keep words of praise to myself. And when I say something, I mean it.
See?
Plus, what's the point of spending my off semester alone? The best part of being somewhere new is getting to interact with new people. Ah, Cove's dad is gonna like him. That dude is gonna be there for dinner every day. Am I honestly the first person who acknowledged you're attractive and intriguing people? True, you're hidden away in a tiny tourist trap, but still. I love the way he talks. Baxter crossed his arms. After studying your faces a few more seconds, he decided to continue. Am I the only trying to score a hookup or get a romantic fling starting by saying those things? No, that isn't the point of speaking well of others. I was raised better than that. Though, would I be fussed if that's what my words led to? Also no. I am flexible, not a surprise, I can back off with the lines if you don't like the attention. But I would like to be friends, if we can. Yeah, I want to be friends! Oh, hi, whole school! Hello! Welcome, welcome! We are continuing! It's flexible, yeah. Flexible. I like the term versatile. But yeah, he's a ballet dancer after all, so you gotta be flexible, isn't it? Welcome, whole school! We are on step 3. Oh, damn it. Number 3 step of the story, and we are 18 now, so now you're caught up. Okay, here we go. Cove wasn't sure how to respond. He glanced at you, and he continued to look at your face when he spoke. Yeah, chapter 3. Thanks for answering. Oh, that wasn't good at all. Sorry. Thanks for answering. I'm not interested in any of that with you. Maybe not the frank thing, but the other part. Don't choke. I'm trying. Trying not to choke. It doesn't bother me. I'd appreciate if you didn't do that with me. I'm finding it pretty entertaining. You probably annoy a lot of people. You sit there unsure of how to react. Well, okay. I find it really funny. This is a type of person that I'm usually friends with. The funny ones. Annoying? No, it's not annoying. Ugh, sorry, I was drinking again. So, shall we go with that? Like stating that we don't want any of the attention because we got the attention here? Or should we go with that? I'm finding it pretty entertaining. I'm gonna drink a little bit more of water. Okay, up to me. Here we go. I'm finding it pretty entertaining. Baxter laughed at that. Glad we're working things out. Shifting his weight to his other foot, Baxter tried to move forward. So, things were both already out here. Did my arrival interrupt anything? Definitely not. You smiled and silently agreed. You laughed in a conspiratorial way. You looked away nervously. You told Baxter that you were both waiting to see who was gonna move in. I just hope you won't stream for 7 hours again. No drama, don't worry. Okay, just because you guys were not there at the beginning. Last time we streamed that for 7 hours, that was a lot. So what I'm gonna do today, because there is a pattern in the story here. First, we leave the story this way, and then we go to the part when we select the moments we want to be living. So I'm going to finish the main story here, and I will leave the moments for next week. Unless this finishes quickly. If it finishes too quickly, I will go on to the moments. My goal is to stream for about 4 hours, so that we still have enough material for next week as well. So chapter 3 is going to be split up in 2. I hope that's okay with everyone. Don't scream my name. Why? Are you hiding? Just getting oil change and food for work. Sounds good, sounds good. I'm glad that you're tuning in the middle of work. Always glad to have you around. Okay, so what am I gonna tell him? He smiled and silently agreed. You laughed in the conspiratorial blah. I think I'm just gonna come out with that one. You told Baxter that you were both waiting to see who was gonna move in. That condo hasn't had a new renter in my entire life. We had to see who was moving in now. Baxter laughed at that, immensely pleased with your response. I'm getting a reputation in this town already. Not bad. Well, if either of you are free, I'd be thrilled to hang out this summer. But we can save the scheduled talk for later. I should get my things inside. He gave a small nod of the head and flashed you both a dazzling smile. Goodbye for today. Bye. Cove gave a small wave as well. Bye, Baxter. See you. Baxter then turned in on his heels and strolled back to his suitcase, picking it up and bringing it to his condo. You and Cove were silent as Baxter unlocked the door and disappeared inside the house. That looks like a fun game to speedrun. Dharma is always about the speedrun, but you know what? I'm sure people do that so that they can choose a different answers because different answers get different consequences. Someone else was here last week saying that they spent like, 50 hours on the game because they were replaying it several times. Pregnant? That's my go-to when I hear female sick. Wait, what? What the hell, old school? Cryptid Rose is not pregnant, she's got a little cold. That's it. Oh my gosh, is pregnant the only answer? That is sick. You know what? Go for period pain instead of pregnancy before, okay? Although I do remember a time I went to the doctor because I was throwing up all night. And he smiled at me being like, do you think you're pregnant? I was like, dude, do your work. Don't be conspiring like this. No, I'm not pregnant. Anyway, all female sickness is not always pregnancy. I know you're joking though, don't worry. No, that's the rumor now. She's pregnant, everyone loves. Oh my gosh, you're starting up rumors in here now? Oh my god. No, that one is not gonna catch up. Well, thank God no one else is here. With him completely out of the scene, Cove let out a long breath.
Well,
Literally impossible, but okay, lol. I can be the daddy, Rose. I can be the daddy. That would be a fun rumor to have. Anyway. This is Cove talking now. I don't know how I'm going to explain that guy to my dad. Go ahead, daddy, she says. Yeah, I the daddy. I bring the chocolate. You burst into a fit of laughter, trying to imagine the conversation. So, you like it when people say that stuff about people? That's okay to do it. Never mind. He's being so awkward right now. Look at his face. Oh my god. At least the job is done. We saw the new neighbor, and now we can go meet up with Terry and Miranda. Yeah, we should get going. You gave Baxter's condo one last glance over your shoulder. You were looking forward to seeing more of him. You thought he was charming. You were not interested in him. You weren't sure how to feel. You thought he gave a pretty bad first impression. You decided he definitely wasn't someone you liked. Well, I'm looking forward to see more of him, actually. Wish I could post pics. You've got Twitter for that. Hype? Why are you hyping me up? I'm looking forward to see more of him. He's a funny dude. And I like ballet. Baxter was different, but you liked him. Smiling, you hoped that he could become a good friend this summer. Yeah, definitely. Turning your attention back to Cove, you pushed all thoughts of Baxter aside. You both started making your way towards town. A little while later, you and Cove reached the main street in town. All of a sudden, you stopped walking. What's wrong? I think I left my phone... Sorry. I think I felt my phone vibrate. You dug your cell phone out and looked at it with a satisfied grin. There was a new message. You opened the new text from Miranda, and all you saw was, "I can see you." Is Miranda a female or a male? I don't know. Immediately from where you stood, you started swiveling your head around. You couldn't spot Miranda anywhere, but she did send you more messages. Okay, that's a girl. Ooh, nice! Haha, I see you looking. Where are you? Come on. Really, Wendy? Where are you? We can text! That's so much fun. Yeah, what's happening now? What's happening now? Oh, okay, here we go. The message was sent, and you were back to looking around, scanning for any sign of movement and familiar faces, but they were still invisible. Cove looked at you carefully, raising an eyebrow. I'm gonna drink some more water, I'm sorry. My throat is not so good. Okay. But anywho, what's good to eat? Taking suggestions for lunch. Sandwich! Do you have egg sandwich? I love egg sandwiches. Miranda, come on out! You started at the ridiculousness. You burst into laughter at her antics. You sent your own joking text. Pasta? Sandwich is the best. Egg sandwich is the best for lunch. Thinking tacos or burrito. Isn't that the same thing in the end? I feel like tacos and burrito are very similar. Isn't just the outside that is different? Here, I've got your answer. Wait, where is it? Wait, the taco emote is gone! Is it gone? The taco emote? Yeah, the taco emote is gone! Oh no! Wait, something's wrong. There's no more taco emote in here. I love that taco emote. Damn it, that's okay. He took it off. Ah. That's alright, he is forgiven. Well, since I don't have the taco emote, you gotta get a burrito now. Sorry, I keep coughing. I'm gonna send her a joking text. If you wanna keep hiding, Cove and I can just go do our own stuff without you, is what you decided on. You smirked, hitting send on that message. Cove looked at you curious, raising an eyebrow. Huh? What's happening? Before you could even begin explaining anything to Cove, you both snapped your attention to the yelling from across the street. And there you saw Miranda and Terry coming out from behind the backside wall of the grocery store. They both started waving wildly to draw even more attention to themselves. Cove took a step in their direction. Grinning, he put his hand around his mouth to better project his message across the street. Hey! Probably not. Let me try again. Hey! You know, I can't do a loud voice and a man voice at the same time. Laughing and arm in arm, the girls stopped on blah 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 blah. Nom 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 nom. Well, have a nice lunch, all. Have a nice lunch and enjoy your burrito. Laughing and arm in arm, the girls stopped only to look both ways, then rushed across the empty street. Hi. Oh, Miranda has a cutie, oh my god! Hi, I hope you weren't waiting too long.
Hey buddies.
Hey buddies, that's Terry! Wow, she looks stunning too, my gosh, I wish I could pull off a one silver. What do you call that? One silver? One over? Overall. I wish I could put off an overall like this. Ah. Hi. That joke was not funny. I am amazed. How did you appear out of nowhere like that? Hey, I'm so happy to see you too. I thought you both knew better than to jaywalk. I jaywalk all the time. We'll see you wave. No, I'm not just... I'm happy to see you too. Now that they were here, their joke on you was already long forgotten in your mind. Terry and Miranda giggled, smiling wide at your declaration. Terry then closed the distance between her and Cove and crushed him in a painfully tight hug. You're finally here! It's been so long! What took you? He did his best to eke out? Damn it English. He did his best to eke out a reply with his chest being compressed. Sorry. Eventually, she let him go. Terry looked at him with a beaming smile, but Cove was distracted, rubbing his arms. Standing there, Miranda shifted her weight to her other hip. She watched Cove patiently with a bashful smile. Welcome back. Thanks. It finally felt official. Everyone was together in one place. From here, you weren't sure how often you would have another afternoon like this again. They didn't either. But it's summer holiday, why can't we just see each other every day? Cove? Terry poked Cove square in the chest. You're gonna have to get me your schedule by this time yesterday.
No way.
Not really possible, Terry, but I can say as soon as I know. So far, work hasn't said anything, but I can tell you I'm busy with Orca activities. Is he all working? Oh, but still... It's a full-time job? Right after high school? That sucks. When Cove wasn't at his part-time job or pursuing his academic interests, he volunteered for the Ocean Restoration California affiliation, ORCA. The group focused on cleaning up beaches and removing pollution from the ocean. Cove always loved the sea. It didn't surprise you one bit when he started getting involved with them. It was Cove's activity. You joined Orca too after learning of it. You were an Orca member and introduced... Yeah, I want to be an Orca member and I'm gonna be the one who introduced him to it. Yeah! Their big smash events for the year is coming right up, isn't it? Yeah, there are not that much more to do before then, but I'm kinda looking forward to the fundraising push. Hopefully we can pull it off. If anyone can do it, it's you too. Even if it goes really bad, it'll still look cool it still look good on your college application at least. She's such a cutie, oh my god. Ah, that's true. Hey, guess what else? We don't have to stand here we don't have to stand here to say stuff. Let's go. I would like a meal now. Well, catch you guys later. I'm gonna eat and get back to work. Okay, all school. Okay, have a nice lunch and good luck at work. Yeah, good luck at work. Perking up, Cove nodded in agreement. Yeah, for sure. The four of you headed into town, happily chatting the whole way. The only decision left to make was where exactly to stop and eat. Should we get burrito too? The rest of the afternoon and evening passed by in a blink of an eye. When night fell, it was time to head home, and you parted with Miranda and Terry. You and Cove reached your neighborhood without event. It was late enough that your out-of-the-way street was dark in silence. You were walking tiredly after such a long day. You strolled with a skip in your step. You ambled along. I don't know that word. Cove was giving you a piggyback right. Wait, what? Why is there so many piggyback in that story? Do people do that? Is it just me? Bye, my beautiful friends. Aww. Bye, old school. You're beautiful too. Anyway, I don't know if... Wait, you know what? I'm just gonna look it up. What does umbold means? Umbold. Umbold? Walk or move at a slow, relaxed pace. Ooh, that's a nice one. We're going to umbold. Younger people like to do piggybacks. Well, yeah, but like when you're 5 years old or whatever on your parents' back, usually grow out of it in early 20s. What, you do it until until your early 20s? Oh my god. Okay. So it's a normal thing to do? Okay. Well, I'm going to amble along. With every step, you knew that your fate was being sealed. Your feet were going to be sore well into tomorrow. It was taking a lot of mental focus to keep up and walk alongside Cove as you peered at his face out of the corner of your eyes. You wondered why he felt so distant to you. It was out of character. For a while, Cove silently stared ahead and left you alone with your own thoughts. It surprised you when you did hear his voice all of a sudden. He still wouldn't look at you. It feels weird coming back to the neighborhood and trying to get into things like they're the same. And they're not. They've changed. They're still changing. Your mouth felt uncomfortably dry all of a sudden. Dharma, you have to redeem hydrate. It was true. The things that kept the people you knew together were starting to disappear. Each person had to make their own priorities and their own path now that it wasn't set for them. You thought about your own immediate future. You thought about your own immediate future. You were still set on that for yourself. You wanted to go to school full-time, to go to school part-time, to work full-time, to work part-time, to focus on time that's not school or work. I'm going to go to university. And that was the basics. For your education, you thought you'd attend a community college, attend a public university. I don't know what's the difference. Go to a private college, join a trade school, take online classes. Okay. Hydrate. Thanks, Dom. I don't really know the difference between all those stuff. It's all university, isn't it? I'm gonna go with public university. I guess that's the most normal thing, probably. Well, you can do several at once? No, that's all. Okay. And for that, you wanted to stay local, go to a different part of the state, go out of state, go abroad. Oh yeah, go abroad. Travel around different places. I'm gonna go abroad. It'll be happening so soon. You'd already applied to schools. You'd started to prepare for what was coming. You hadn't begun... It's already summer. I've already applied. And you'd been open about your situation and everyone knew. And you'd only spoken about this with family and those you were close to. And you'd kept all of this to yourself. And Cove was the only person who knew. Well, now everybody knows. I'm gonna go outside the country after all. Now you wondered what Cove had in mind. You'd heard him consider some things for his future, but it was never anything that would have counted as a real plan. Making it back home, you both stopped in the middle of the street. Cove sighed. Cove looked at the ground for a moment. His mouth trembled, trying to settle on the right words to say. So, you're planning on going to school and stuff abroad? Yeah. Cove closed his eyes and nodded while he composed his thoughts. He looked at you when he lifted his head. I decided on something. Well, kind of. He smiled slightly and rubbed his arm, and then his expression grew more serious. I'm not gonna decide on a school or a career, not this summer. I'm gonna stay here. At least in Sunset Bird, I'll probably move out of my dad's place. I'll keep working my job, keep doing my volunteer stuff, and everything else.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll know what I want for myself by fall, or next year. Or maybe I'll never have a plan. Life will continue on with whatever's happening. Well, we had to choose a formal wear for him, so he's gotta get a job. I'm not gonna crush myself trying to have everything figured out by a timeline that someone else has set. I just can't do that. His brows furrowed, and his tone was tense. It was clear how much expectations were waiting on him. I know that's not very exciting, but it's the best I can do right now. He laughed self-derisively, but with the way his face looked, you thought he actually wanted to cry. Oh no, I want to cry again. You smiled, you looked at him deeply, you started crying, you felt annoyed. Ah, smile. Your plan sounds very you. I'll miss you. I wanted you to come with me. Okay. I'm gonna say I'll miss you. It was taking every fiber of your being to keep yourself together. Oh really? You wanted to support him, but you could already feel your chest tightening, imagining what it would be like without him right there. His face crumbled, and your original assumption was proven correct, as tears easily began to fall from his eyes. His chest heaved and his words were whispered. I'm sorry. No matter what's happening, I want you to know that you won't ever lose me. I won't really be gone. I'm still there for you the best I can, whether it's long distance or whatever else. Cove's whole expression softened. His lips pulled into an affectionate smile. Aww. Orestia, you deserve to have everything you want in life. That's so weird. That's so weird to be saying that myself. Okay, I'm cringing a little bit, but that's okay. You laugh at his bold declaration. Yeah, I did. Thank you, Cove. I want you to get everything you want in life. You didn't know how to respond to that. You teared up. You are wonderful. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Should I just laugh? I mean, I did laugh. But if I was there, I would probably be cringing too much. I don't know. Wonderful? Okay. You're wonderful. Your voice came out softly and sincere. You're wonderful. Looking at you fondly, Cove took a step closer. He spoke to you softly, wholeheartedly. He meant every word. Things are hard right now. It scares me, but it'll be okay. It'll be more than okay. Now that things are up to us, we can make our lives better than ever were. You believed him. You appreciated his attempt to put on a brave face. You felt insecure. You felt better after his reassurance. I'm gonna say I feel better. Whether Cove realized it or not, he said exactly what you needed to hear. He was right, and you almost felt excited, wanting to know what kind of future was awaiting for you a few years from now. Deeply, you met Cove's gaze. Deeply? Okay, you nodded. At that, his expression morphed into a look of careful confidence. Clearly, he was still struggling with this topic, and you wondered what else might be on his mind. This was a start, I think, but it's not over, is it? We'll have to keep talking about it going forward. Yeah. Cove softly reiterated his promise. It'll be okay. We'll still always be there for each other. Is that good with you? It is. Cool. That's cool. I'll see you tomorrow, Orestia. I'll see you. Night. He pulled you into an unexpected hug. It knocked the breath out of you, yet couldn't have been a more reassuring feeling. You returned his embrace, and stayed that way for as long as you could. Oh my god!
Good night.
Night. He finally let go, giving you another smile. Aww! Then Cove started walking away, but you remained there, frozen in the middle of the street. You watched him and wondered, how many more times will he be able to say that he'll see you tomorrow? You hoped for countless more times. Finally, you turned towards your own house. You vowed to yourself that you would make the most out of every moment you had this summer. Aww! Ooh, that's already the end? And it's only been 2 hours. Okay. We can go into a few moments. Yeah, we can go into a couple moments and see where it leads us. Okay, which one should we do first? Hang, errands, talks, charity, or drive? And I'm gonna drink some more water. Ugh. Okay, drive. Let's go for a drive. Sorry. Let's go for a drive. Like a lazy cat, you stretched your arms above your head and yawned, blinking your eyes sleepily. The day was warm and pleasant, and you were lounging on the couch in the living room, finding it difficult to do much in that moment. Your moms and Liz had gone out shopping, looking for new items for your sister to take back and decorate her college dorm with. They had asked if you wanted to go with them, but you declined. For you, today was all about relaxation. Cove had dropped by to spend some time with you, content to join in with doing nothing. I love doing nothing! The two of you had been chatting idly as you lazed around, talking about the other things you had planned for the summer. You were sitting next to him? He sat on one couch while you sat on your own. He sat on one couch while you were fully stretched out on the other. That sounds like me. You were stretched out across him as he sat on the couch. Ooh, okay. Well, you know what? That is definitely me. I stretch out on one place and I leave the other people go to the other one. I'm gonna go for that. This is the most realistic one in my mind. You had your feet propped up on one of the armrests and stuffed a comfy cushion beneath your head, totally settled in. The day dragged on, and you found yourself yawning more and more often between conversations. You had almost dozed off completely, when suddenly a buzz rang out, disturbing the silence. Your phone was on its charger in the kitchen, so it couldn't have been that. Gove pulled his own phone from his back pocket and checked the screen. Oh, it's my mom! After leaning forward and setting the phone on the coffee table in front of him, Gove hit the speaker button. Hey, what's up? Orestia's here too.
Hi.
Hi, Gove. Hello, Orestia. You made a small nose in response. Hi, Kara. Hey, Mom 3. That's cute, Mom 3. You're interrupting a very patient do-nothing time, you know. Kara! I'm gonna go for Kara! Cool, baby. I wanted to ask you if you have a plan for all your junk. She still looks awesome though. I forgot to point it out. She still looks really good. Mom somehow looks younger. You think so? I think she looks exactly the same but different hairstyle. Is it a new tattoo? Did she always have it? I don't remember. Cove made a small outraged grumble, giving you a sidelong glance. That's not junk, it's important. Though you couldn't... Oh, she already had the tattoo, okay. Though you couldn't see it, you could tell by the sound of her voice that Kara was smiling. But what is a yes or no about the plan? He looked over at you, his mouth pulled into a tight smile. I'm still thinking about it, Orestia. I'm gonna take... I'm gonna take the phone off speaker so me and Mom can go over this. It'll be quick. Ooh, he has secrets! Without waiting for an answer, Cove took the phone from the table and pushed himself off his feet. He hit the speaker button again to turn it off and continued the conversation with his mom as he headed towards the door. The lock clicked behind him as he exited the house, and you sank back into the cushions, idly trying to decide what to do next. After electing to grab your own phone from its charger, you resumed your position on the couch, tapping away on the screen. Your mind drifted away from thoughts of Cove and his phone call with all the many ways your device could distract you. It was an effective thought way to kill the time, and you had managed to do various little things when the door opened again and Cove returned.
Hey.
I hope you managed without me. Ha 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 ha. You watched as Cove strolled over to where you were still sitting. Is everything okay? Everything's fine, just... He sighed dramatically and let his forehead fall against the couch back. I know I just came back from visiting my mom, but... Well, last time I flew there, every time I just fly there and back, and so there's a lot of stuff I've left over there, cause I couldn't take it all with me on the plane. Now that I'm not gonna be visiting her like I used to, I have to go get it at some point. He gave you a look that you thought seemed almost guilty. Road trip! Ooh, that's what's that happening, yeah! Yeah, Rose! Some of it is pretty big, so it's not really practical to have it shipped. I can drive over and pick it up. When will you go? That's why my mom wanted to know. She thought it'd be best to do it soon before things get even busier. He paused and let out a soft sigh, his shoulders drooping, as if he really didn't want to be the one to have to tell you that. I think it's probably the idea that makes the most sense too. It'd be good to get it over and done with. I'll be setting out as soon as I can. I'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, Dharma, we'll catch you up. Oh, another trip already, then. He sighed and dropped his head again. You could tell he wasn't any happier about having to go than you were about seeing him leave. Well, let's go together then. It's not a big deal. Fine. Are you just trying to get away from me? You didn't know what to say. It's not a big deal. The quicker we leave, the quicker you'll come back, right? Yeah. Looking up again, you met his bright, aquamarine eyes, finding a sad smile tugging on his lips. Oh, suddenly his eyebrows jumped, and his eyes lit up like a lamp. You could come with me? What? You could come! My visits to my mom's are usually special, so she and I can spend time together, but this time it's not like that, it's an errand. My plan is to drive out one morning, spend the night, and then we can pack up the car the next morning and turn right back around. It only takes 2 days for the whole thing. Yay, road trip! You thought to yourself for a moment, amused by Cove's excitement. Are you sure it'd be okay if I go? Yeah, why not? I probably could use a company. It's a pretty long drive for one person. A sprinkling of color spread over his cheeks, and as he admitted quietly. And I just really like to have you around. Plus, you'd have a chance to see my mom in person. I know she'd be happy to see you again. You shrugged casually, smiling as you officially let Cove talk you into it. Let's do it! A road trip with the two of us would be fun! I'll have to let my mom know, but as long as we've got nothing else important on the days we pick, then there's no reason we wouldn't be able to go. Sorry, I'm muted for coughing. Cove's face brightened, and you were sure the prospects of having a travel buddy made the task seem less tiresome. I'll call my mom back and tell her. We can pick a time right now. You spent some time together, going over your schedules and making plans for when you could take the trip. You needed to fit it in around both of your work schedules, which took a bit of doing, but came together in the end. Luckily, it was only a 2-day trip, so finding a couple of free days in a row wasn't impossible. It wasn't long before the dates were finally set, and all the plans were made. Of course I'm excited for the trip! You were content with the plans, you were nervous, you were feeling unsure about everything. I'm excited for the trip, I love road trip! Even though I'm terribly sick in a car. A short trip sounded like the perfect way to spend some time. You could listen to music, eat, snack, and enjoy the open road. No matter what you thought about it. No matter what you thought about things, the morning when you were due to leave arrived. Wait, what? Okay. I probably clicked somewhere. Anyway. It was cooler than usual, the sun barely peeking over the tops of the houses. You stood outside your house, on the footpath near the road, waiting for Cove. It reminds me of the time we went to take the RV to go far away. That was fun. You were feeling refreshed after a good night's sleep and an early wake-up. With your travel bag clutched in one hand, you watched as Cove finished packing up his car. He had organized all sorts of things, water bottles, snacks, and who knows what else. Cove insisted he had everything under control and didn't need help. At least you could rest easy, knowing that it was all taken care of. I like someone who can take care of things. As you waited, you glanced over Cove's car. You knew it well. It used to belong to Mr. Holden, and when Cove had learned to drive it passed to him. His dad had taken the opportunity to get a newer one. It was pretty old at this point, but had served both of them well so far. You just hoped it had enough life left in it to survive a trip as long as the one you were embarking on. The slam of the door closing made you jump. You snapped back to focus. And so Cove was walking towards you. Oh, I'm sorry I keep coughing. He dusted his hands off of his pants and tilted his head towards the car. That's it. Ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready. He smiled and stepped aside, giving you space to situate your own bag where you wanted it. Once everything was safely inside, he glanced back at you.
All right.
We should get started. It's gonna be a way to go. Woo! You give him a high five, you hug him, you smile back with a nod. Yeah, let's go for a high five. We're going for a road trip. He returned it happily, chuckling at your enthusiasm. The two of you climbed into the car and buckled up, Cove in the driver's seat and you sitting shotgun. His eyes moved to you.
Thank you.
Thanks again for coming on this trip with me. Of course, it's no problem. After checking the mirror, starting the engine, you pulled out of the driveway and the trip began. With a small sigh, you got cozy in your seat and watched the familiar houses in your neighborhood pass by. Cove reached over to turn on the radio. A crackle of static mixed with the old snippets of songs filled the car as he flipped through the stations. Mr. Holden's car was in good condition, but it was, well, older. There was no way to plug in a phone to play music, so the radio had to do. Eventually, he settled on a classic rock station, before sitting back and resting both hands on the wheel. Is this okay? Yeah, you know what I like. Yeah, it works, you nodded. Can I change it? I'd rather have it off. No, it's good to have music. Road trips are for singing. You know what I like. He smiled, happy with the answer. Wow, nice blue sky. The time flew by, and with it the scenery outside your window become more and more unfamiliar. It was a little fluttery, being alone in the car with Cove for so long. There was nowhere else you would rather be in. But he still hasn't confessed to us yet, so we're not really a couple, but the stuff that we say to each other are really coupley. I feel. I don't know what's happening. There was nowhere else you would rather be in. Every now and then, you'd look over at a sneak glance at him, wondering what he was thinking about. Eventually, Cove broke the silence, clearing his throat softly before he spoke. It's been too long since you and I have spent time with my mom. I know she still comes to the neighborhood sometimes, but it's not even once a year. I'm always going to hers. I'm happy the two of us are doing this. Yeah, me too. Your elbow resting on the windowsill, you gazed out at the world that was slowly coming to life as the morning rolled on. The sun climbed higher in the sky. Luckily, the sunbeams weren't going right in your eyes. Hey, do you mind reaching back for me? Cove gave you a sidelong glance as he drove, indicating with a nod of his head and a tiny smile. I want some chips. The salt and vinegar ones. That's a great flavor. I don't know how you can eat that. You didn't have a comment on this section. Okay, the salt and vinegar ones. I think I tried that once a long time ago. I think I hated it. That's why I never went back for it. So you know what? I don't know how you can eat that. I have a really bad memory of it. The original flavors of the chips is what I can eat. Anything else is really weird. He huffed impatiently, keeping his eyes on the road. I like them and want to eat them. You shouldn't have a problem with letting me since you don't even like it. Stretching out the seatbelt to give yourself space, you twisted in your spot and reached into the bag holding the snacks. It took a bit of effort to sort through the collection of goodies stuffed inside, but eventually the bag of chips crinkled beneath your fingers as you pulled them out and sat back in your seat. Here. Thanks. Do you mind opening it? His eyes lit up at the prospect of the snacks and you shook your head in amusement, popping the top of the bag. You poured a few chips into his hands. You held the bag open outwards him. You want me to feed them to you? Well, he's driving, so we don't really have a choice. Want me to feed them to you? His eyes widened, the hint of a blush creeping over his cheeks, but he steadfastly continued to face the road. No, that's okay. Really? How are you going to eat if you're driving at the same time? Huh? It's dangerous! Can you just pour a few into my hand? Sure. Thanks. Cove held out one outstretched hand. You did your best to have the chip fall into his palm, but some did end up on the floor. Told you. After that, you rolled up the top of the bag and stowed the chips safely in the bag again. When you turned to the front, it was to find Cove crushing the fistful of chips into his mouth, crunching loudly. That's cute. He wrapped his hand on his pants absent-mindedly before gripping the wheel and spilling crumbs all over the place. You're like a little kid. You laughed at that. How can you eat that much all at once? I'm impressed. You know what? I'm just gonna laugh. You couldn't stop the amused sound that it kept you, and when Cove raised a questioning eyebrow, you simply shook your head. The hours drifted by much the same way as that, with the two of you snacking and chatting as the day stretched on. It was fairly calm and quiet, traveling along the open road, and you found little in the way of interruptions. At one point, you passed a Welcome to Nevada sign, and Cove gave a tiny cheer. He was in disbelief that the two of you were seriously all the way in another state like this. Eventually, you had to stop for gas. and met the detour at a small diner to grab a proper meal that didn't consist of chips and candy. After refueling both the car and your stomachs, the drive was back on. Just as the sun began dipping beneath the horizon and bathing the sky in a bash of orange light, Cove informed you that there wasn't too much longer left to go. You were almost there. You took shifts driving throughout the trips. You helped Cove stay alert while he drove. Well, if I can drive, we probably should take shifts, because it's dangerous to drive for too long. The ride was fairly straightforward, and you'd had enough practice with driving to feel comfortable doing so. When night eventually fell in a blanket of darkness, the drive finally came to an end. Cove pulled into the parking lot of Kara's apartment building, the glow of the car lights disappearing as he turned off the engine and let out heavy sighs. We made it. We're here. The two of you exchanged tired smiles, having successfully and safely completed one half of the trip. You were relieved to have actually arrived, and eager to get out of the car and stretch your legs. You took the stairs up the building together. After a knock, you were abruptly met by a flash of green hair as Kara opened the door and immediately took her son in her arms. Aww. Aww. She looks so pretty. She looks like a fairy. There he is, my gigantic baby boy. She squeezed him for a moment and then pulled back so she could examine his face. Are you even taller than last time I saw you? Cove gave her a fond look as she patted the top of his shoulders proudly. You said that every time I'm here. It doesn't even make sense right now. My last visit wasn't that long ago. Kara simply laughed before letting him go fully and ushering the two of you into her apartment. Then she turned to you, a wide grin pulling her at her lips. Orestia, it's so nice you came along with. And as a bonus, you've both arrived in one piece. Yeah, it's good to see you. It's been a long time. Kara beamed at both of you. And while you would have loved nothing more than to settle down and rest after the drive, you could see she wasn't going to let you go that easily. So, how was the trip? I admit, it was just a pinch worried. We barely made it. I appreciate your concern, but it was alright. You felt the fussing was unnecessary. You let Cove answer that. Yeah, Cove can answer this. That's okay. It was fine. No problem for us. Kara clapped her hands together, the bracelets around her wrist jiggling. I'm so proud. I can hardly believe how mature you both are. Where did all those smarts come from? Cove ran a hand over his hair with an awkward chuckle. I don't know. Maybe I got some from my parents? His mom looked up at him deeply, her eyes glistening as she shook the sentimentality off with a wave of her hand. You have to be half asleep already, huh? I don't want to keep you up much longer. Early morning for any hooses. How do you want to deal with the sleeping arrangement? I've only got my own room and Cove's, though the living room's couch isn't bad. You keep your bed, Mom. Orestia can use mine, and I'll sleep on the couch or the floor. Whatever's easiest, it doesn't matter for one night. Kara laughed out loud, startling you both. You raised an eyebrow at her outburst, giving her a quizzical look. Oh yeah, you'll just stay on the floor. You couldn't handle that much back when you were 13, with both your parents in the room. Okay, she's referring to the time that they slept together in the RV. So she did catch them in the act and then she didn't say anything. Oh my gosh, that's so cute! They're gonna... Yeah, exactly. She knows we're probably going to be ending up in the same bed again. But that's adorable though. my god. Look at his face. Oh my god. Cove blushed a dark red and gasped, completely unprepared for her to pull out these embarrassing moments from the past. I wasn't prepared either. Mom! You blushed. You laughed it off. He's had a long day. It's cruel to tease the poor boy so late, even if it's true. Yep, she's right. That's totally what you do. You were annoyed. She knows he's sensitive. It wasn't called for. You put a hand on Cove's arm in a show of support. I don't know, probably his mom. I'm gonna laugh it out. I'm gonna laugh it out. Or you know what? I laugh too much, I think. I laugh too much. She's right. That's totally what you do. I'm going to call him out too, even though I'm the one who called him to my bed that time. Okay. Cove hung his head in defeated embarrassment, while you and Kara chuckled together. I'll take the floor. I'll sleep on the couch in the living room. Thank you for letting me have the bed. No, it's okay, I can sleep on the couch. Cove shook his head, dismissing the idea immediately.
No.
You're the guest. Alright, I'll have the bed. I don't want to take your bed. I don't want to take your bed. It's your bed. I'll take the couch. It's fine. Well, I still don't want to take it from you. And I said it first. You should take the bed? Okay. The two of you narrowed your eyes at each other stubbornly. Kara took that as her cue to step in. My house, my rule then. And you know who I have to side with. I'd like you to take the bed, Orestia. You hesitated a moment, but it seemed you had to accept the hospitality. With a small sigh, you gave in. Alright. Cool. So, would you be okay with me sleeping on the floor in the room? I'd rather be there than out in the open in the living room, even if there's the couch. Yeah, I'm gonna sleep comfortably. He's probably gonna sleep with me anyways. I'd prefer if you were on the couch. Yeah, you can sleep there. Yeah, you can sleep there. Kara giggled softly, drawing your attention back to her. All funny stuff aside, you need to get some sleep for tomorrow. Seems like you're getting yourselves up to not get any. Do you see what she says? Do you see what she's saying? Oh my god. Okay. I know that sounds really captious, but I'm a mom. I have to say these things. Come on, we're not little kids having a sleepover. We're responsible adults, right, Orestia? Yes, very responsible. No, we're not. Well, I am Cove, though. Cove is, though. I can't say the same for myself. You simply smile at him. Maybe you should sleep in the living room after all. Am I responsible though? Okay, I don't know which one to say. This is, oh, those are very funny answers. You guys, you can pick. I'm gonna drink water. Yummy water, yummy water. Yeah, I think my throat is not so good today. Oh, the water feels good though. Cove is responsible, not you. I'm not the responsible. Okay. Cove is, though I can't say the same for myself. That's so cringe. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. With a crooked smile, Cove shrugged and made a small, amused sound. Oh, look at her, she's winking. I'll leave it at that then, for now. Just remember that the walls are thin in this apartment. If you can't settle down and sleep, I might have to separate you. Oh my gosh, that would be so awkward. Oh, that reminds me, that episode in Two Little Children. Have you seen the anime Two Little Children? It's so funny. I don't know if you've seen it. But if you haven't seen it, then I'm gonna say. But if you haven't seen Two Little Children, go and see it. Oh, you watched it? That reminds me of the scene when they're in bed doing stuff and the mom steps in. And she comes back with condoms. That was so funny. Exactly. If she were to do that, that would be awesome. I mean, we're not having sex anyways, but like, yeah. Tsure Children, one of the best anime ever. Okay, let's continue. We'll be good. Perfect! Kara clasped her hands together, her bracelets softly tinkling against each other again. It's only getting later, so I better let you prepare for bed. She nodded towards the hallway and gave you a small smile. I'll play hostess for a sec and show you where the bathroom is first, Orestia, and where you'll be staying the night. Thank you. You hoisted your travel bag back over your shoulder and followed behind Kara and down the hallway. Cove shuffled along behind you, disappearing into the bedroom while his mom had you go to the restroom. The apartment was small, but nicely decorated in soft, cool colors, with plenty of artwork hanging on the walls to give it character. That's a small apartment in there standing. Oh my god. That's a huge apartment. For one person to live in, it's pretty big. There's a table with 4 chairs. She lives alone. Having 4 chairs when you live alone is crazy. It was stylish and exactly what you would have expected from someone like Kara. Ooh, nice bedroom! After being shown the bathroom and wishing Kara a good night, you headed into the room and found Cove already there. Maybe she likes to party! Yes, with 4 guests. But yeah, her apartment is pretty cool though. I like modern apartment. I'm not fond. Is this wooden, like wooden painted blue, like a beach cabin? I don't like this design. I don't really like the decor, but I like everything else. I like, yeah, it's, yeah. I mean, he doesn't live there full time, so it's fine. It does look like a guest bedroom with the flowers over there. Anyways, after being shown the bathroom and wishing Kara a good night, you headed into the room and found Cove already there. He had changed into his sleepwear for the night as well. He didn't shower though. Yeah, well, guys. He had changed into his sleepwear for the night as well and set aside his glasses already. Looking around, you found the bedroom to look much the same as the rest of the apartment, but with small ocean elements you were sure Cove must have enjoyed being when he stayed there. All in all, the room was pretty and clean, though it almost looked more like a hotel guest room than a bedroom. That's what I said! Cove only spent a few weeks out of the year here, so it made sense that it wasn't especially lived in. Ah, sorry, I wish I would stop coughing. Oh my god. Anyways.
So?
Oh, that's the pajama we picked for him. What do you think? It's pretty nice, huh? Mom always keeps it clean and everything, even when I'm not there. It's a great room. It seriously looks like a hotel room. It's sweet of her. No, I'm not sick, Rose. It's just my throat is not that great. I don't have a high quality throat. I'm not sick or anything like that. It's just, yeah. If I speak for too long, I start coughing a lot, and I think maybe today I did a little too much. Yeah. Anyways, we're not going for a 7-hour stream, so it's gonna be okay. I just wish I could read without having to cough every 2 minutes. Sorry, here we go. You know what? It looks like a hotel room. No, you know what? We're going to be polite. It's a great room. Cool. I'm glad you like it. Ooh, he's happy. He seems pleased enough with the response and gave you a small smile before opening a zip on his bag. When you went back to the room, you jumped in bed and under the covers, just as Cove was shuffling into his sleeping bag on the floor. You waited until he was settled in before you flipped off the lights, and a soft glow from outside peeked through the blinds, casting shadows over the floor. You closed your eyes, blocking everything out.
Night.
Night, Orestia. Good night, Cove. Sleep well. The room grew quiet as the two of you wound down for the night, and you found yourself listening to the sound of the city outside the window. The noise out there was so different than what you were used to back home. Cars zooming past and people out having fun instead of crashing waves and the ocean winds cocooning your house in their embrace. Cove shifted around in his sleeping bag, making the fabric crinkle loudly. I've outgrown this thing. I should have checked it earlier, but the trip was kind of short notice. Are you really sure you don't want a bed? Why don't we share? You dropped the topic for the night? Oh my god. Okay, I'm pretty sure, Rose, you want the second answer, right? I want you to feel satisfied in this stream, so if you want the second one, just let me know. If not, I'm gonna go for the first one. I would go for the first. Are you sure you don't want a bed? You're not that naughty? Well, you know what? Yeah, maybe I have the wrong impression on you. If you're not that naughty, we're going to offer him to take the bed because I'm probably smaller and I can fit in the sleeping bag. This game is very unrealistic. Why would Cove be without his glasses inside the house? Because he's about to go to sleep. You don't wear glasses to sleep though. Do you? Bless you. Thank you, Dharma. Thank you. Yeah, my throat not so good. But yeah, no, it's normal, I think, to take off the glasses before you go to bed. You don't sleep with it on. Are you sure you don't want the bed? I don't mind training places. Nah, it's alright. It's more important that you're comfortable. Such a cutie pie. You're already doing me a big favor by coming here in the first place. Just let me do this one thing and give you the bed. That's what I want for this trip, okay? Aww. Pursing your lips tight, you gave a small nod and admitted defeat. Alright, I'll have the bed. Thanks, Cove. He made a small noise, but said no more. With an accepting sigh, you put the cover up under your chin and got comfortable. I take them off when I'm about to sleep, a few seconds before. Ah. Well, maybe his eyesight is not so bad, so after he washes up, maybe he doesn't have to put them back on. But right now we are sleeping anyways. The next day dawned, bringing with it the sounds of birds chirping happily outside the window. You opened your eyes slowly, letting them adjust to the light as you try to recall where you were and remembering the unfamiliar sight of Cove's second bedroom. You had woken up on your own. You reached over to turn off the alarm you had set. Cove has nudged you awake. I wake up on my own, probably because of the light coming from outside. The early morning sun filtered through the blinds, telling you it was about time to get out of bed and start getting ready for the day. The sound of Cove shuffling around the room drew your attention. Though you weren't surprised, he had always been a morning person. Sitting up in bed, you let out a yawn and stretched your arms above your head. You still felt pretty groggy. You felt okay. You were quite refreshed. Yeah, I know why it takes me forever to wake up in the morning. I can't relate to any of those other answers. Let's go with that. I feel groggy. You were used to sleeping in longer than this, and the late night hadn't helped. Morning. The two of you were on completely different wavelengths right now. You pulled yourself out of the bed, grabbing a fresh change of clothes and your toiletries before heading to the bathroom. After all that, you met Cove back in his room. He was sitting on the floor where you entered, sorting through a bunch of stuff in a box, determining what to bring and what to leave behind. Hey, Hey, can you put out the stuff in those drawers? You nodded, though he hadn't even looked up from his task, so you knew he wouldn't have seen. He wouldn't have seen what? Heading for his drawers, you started to... the nod, okay. You're right. Heading over to his drawers, he started the task of taking out various items and setting them on the ground in front of Cove. Oh, hey, look at this. When you turned towards the sound of Cove's voice, you found him digging through one of the drawers beneath the bed.
Neat.
Here's something I definitely need to bring. Neat. Craning your head, you got a better glimpse of what he was holding. An old yellowing book. When he opened it up, there were a few dried pressed flowers between the pages. Those had been gifts you'd given him for his mom's place, something for him to remember you by, and to make his time here less lonely. Aww. He kept them the whole time. Oh my god. You don't have to hold on to those forever. I was only lending you those. I think I'll take them back. It's adorable you take care of them so much. You started to feel emotional. Of course you should take them. Of course you should take them. It's presents from me. I'd be hurt if you didn't. A small smile pulled at your lips as you thought back on when you had mailed your gift to Gove. I put a lot of thoughts into that present, you know?
It's nice.
These are special. It was important having a piece of you with me when we were apart. Are we really not dating yet? What the hell was this? Well, it sounds like we are. I feel the same way. That's why I give them to you. Gove smiled, pleased with the feeling was mutual. But then the expression became more amused. And did you keep the souvenirs I brought back? Of course! Nope. I'm gonna say nope, jokingly, of course. Nope. He shook his head with a grin. Thanks. Another hour passed in silence, and you were happy to see you were making great progress with Cove's room, with only the closet left to sort through. You took a minute to take a mouthful of water from your bottle and perched on the edge of the bed, feeling productive. Cove glanced over at you and paused, putting down the tape gun he had been using to seal up his boxes. You raised an eyebrow. You know, it's really strange to see you sitting in this room. Why? He frowned a little, his eyes distant and his voice quiet when he spoke next.
That's...
During the visits to Mom's, when I was sitting alone in this room, I'd sometimes think about how you run there. It was weird feeling at the time that you just weren't around, and now that you are here, in this exact place, it's... I don't know how to explain the feeling. Aww. He shrugged it off and smiled a little. I thought he'd say enough already, and didn't want to risk sounding silly. Already silly to me. Life is pretty confusing is all. I didn't know you thought about me when you were away. That's true, life makes no sense. I missed you so much when you were gone. I smiled at him. Oh, I don't know what to say. I'm gonna go with the first one. I didn't know you thought about me when you were away. He huffed and laughed at that, his eyes crinkling at the corners as he made a face at you. It's not like I could forget you. He looked away, satisfied, heading over to the closet, and the last of the items to be sorted. Before long, every box, closet, and drawer had been thoroughly combed through, with the items either neatly packed up in boxes or organized and returned to their proper places. With a sigh of relief, you glance around the bedroom and the work you had done together.
Alright.
We're done. Good job to us. I'm gonna change out of my PJs for the drive. Yeah. When the two of you headed out in the living room, ready to get everything finalized and hit the road, you found Kara in the kitchen, pouring a cup of tea. Cove headed towards her, leaning casually against the counter that divided the two spaces. Hey, you didn't have to get up so early.
Come on.
Are you crazy? Of course I have to see you off before you go. You can't sneak away while I'm out cold. She beamed at him, and in all honesty, seemed more than happy to be up and getting ready for the day. Do you want some breakfast? I've got some muesli or eggs or toast. Oh, and some of that fruity cereal you used to love. That's okay, we should really head it on the road. Kara smiled sadly, a little disappointed, but she seemed to understand that your time was running thin. I thought you might say that. In any case, I've packed you some snacks for the road.
What do you think?
Even if you don't end up eating them, take it anyways, just in case. You can always feed them to Cliff when you get home, and tell him I said hi. Cove laughed and shook his head, knowing his dad would love nothing more than to polish off whatever food Kara had prepared for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom. You really didn't have to. Thank you for the snacks. That's nice of you to organize this for us. It must be a mom thing to know stuff like that. I'll definitely eat whatever you've packed. He smiled quietly at her. I'm gonna eat everything. You better save some for me too. Kara giggled, hiding her mouth behind her hand. There's plenty there for both of you. She returned your smile with one of her own, before putting up a cup of tea aside. Well, I'll help you get the car packed.
Sure.
Sure, thanks. The three of you got to move on, taking the boxes from Cove's bedroom and heading down to fill the back seat of the car, until there was barely an inch of space left in the back of the truck. With all of you helping, it only took a couple of trips to move everything, and you were done before you knew it. Then it was truly time to say goodbye. You convened back inside the apartment, where Kara looked over the two of you with a quiet smile. It was great to see you both. Thank you for coming. She gave each of you a hug, and you felt a little sad that you hadn't been able to spend more time with her. It was good to see you too, Mom. Cove embraced her in return, and the two of them holding onto each other for a few seconds longer. I'll miss you, but I'll visit again soon.
Of course.
You better. Hey, we should make plans for you to visit us too. I'll let you know when it's settled. I'd love that. Kara bundled all the stuff she prepared onto the bag and handed them over to you. You took a quick peek at what she had packed. There was fruit, nuts, seeds, hard-boiled eggs, and some veggie sticks. Oh my gosh, where is the chocolate?
Cool.
There's no chocolate in there. There's no chocolate. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good to see we've got some fresh food options now. The snacks I brought weren't. Kara shook her head at him and let out a soft laugh, as though she wouldn't have expected anything less. I seriously hope you're feeling yourself better than that at home. Yeah, of course, not just on trips. I can live with that then. She looked over him fondly, her eyes at last focusing on his face and filling with emotions. I'm going to miss you, baby.
Me too.
Me too. Goodbye, thanks for letting us come. We'll all be together again before you know it. You didn't say anything. We'll all be together again before you know it. I hope so. Kara put an arm around you both, pulling you in tight to her sides for one final squeeze. Have a safe trip. We will. With a last goodbye, you exited the apartment. Through Cove hesitated for a moment at the door, his expression distant. You weren't sure what he was doing, though you tentatively took a step towards him. Everything okay? Your voice seemed to bring him back to earth, and he shook his head to clear his thoughts, his green hair swaying from side to side.
Come on.
Yeah, let's go. With that, the two of you headed back down the car, ready to make the long trek home. Soon enough, you were on the wide open road with a car full of Cove's things and only one destination. Sunset Bird, California. Is Nevada far from California? Actually, I don't know. Well, it's 1 day drive. Yeah, that's pretty far. The drive went as smoothly as could be expected, with the morning slowly creeping into midday as the miles flew by. After a while, you switched places with Cove and took over driving for a couple of hours. The day flew by in a whir. In a whir? In a whim? Is that a word? I don't know. Anyways. In a whir of open road and sunshine. Nevada is pretty close to California. At least the southern part of it. Yeah, because Nevada is where Las Vegas is, right? And Las Vegas is not that far from Los Angeles, and that's California, right? Probably. Anyways, enough geography. Before you knew it, it was afternoon. By that point, you had already crossed the state line. Cove announced that he planned a little stop on the way home. He was quite pleased with himself as you arrived at the precipice? Pretty close. Okay. Precipice. I don't know. Precipice? Precise? I don't know. The Redwood National Park. Ooh, that's where we went when we were younger. Shaded beneath the canopy of enormous redwood trees, you drove along. We're back here after so many long years. When Cove parked the car, you pushed the door to get out, and the first thing you did was look up. Enormous redwood trees surrounded you on all sides, their massive trunks shooting straight up into the canopy of foliage overhead. Precise Pass. Is that what it is? Precise Pass. Oh my gosh. I would have never guessed. There were too many of them to count, stretching on and on, as far as you could see. Am I not seeing it right? Let me check. Precipice.
Précipice.
Oh damn, that's not English. That's not English. Why is it not English? I want to hear it in English. Well, it's okay. Doesn't matter. Anyway, forget about it. There were too many of them to count, stretching on and on as far as you could see. You squinted against the sunlight that was peeking through the leaves and dancing on the path around you. It's great, right? He smiled at you from over the roof of the car before glancing around this place fondly. Remember the trip our family took there that one summer? How could I forget? It was cool going on the journey and seeing the forest in person, even if we didn't stay that very long.
So...
And I guess we can stay for even less this time, but oh well. It just seemed like a good time to stop by. Who knows when we'll get another chance? His voice got a little softer at the end. It seemed to be bittersweet for him, being in a place he was so fond of, but not having the time to appreciate it fully. You were pleased to have stopped here. You felt pretty good about being here. You didn't mind either way. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. So happy. It was a beautiful place to stretch your legs and take in some fresh air. Thanks for bringing me here. There will be more chances in the future, I promise. There are so many other places to go and visit though, don't worry about that. It's better than taking a break at the gas station. I put up with you for the trees. I put up with this place for you. I'm gonna say thank you for bringing me here. I really like it. Cove smiled, shoving his hands in his pockets and dipping his head. No problem. The two of you walked around for a while, completely dwarfed by the sheer scale of the redwoods. It kind of put your view of yourself and everything in a strange perspective. You took in a lungful of clean forest air, listening to the sound of bird song and the cool breeze rustling through the underbrush, taking advantage of the space to move around freely. Whoa, hi Lapu! Hi. Hello Lapu, how are you? Are you having a good day? I hope you're having a good day. We're coming close to the end today. If you want to know, we are 18 years old and we are on a road trip right now. Okay. You took in a lungful of clean forest air, listening to the sound of birdsong and the cool breeze rustling through the underbrush, taking advantage of the space to move around freely. Hungry, it's going okay. Hope stream is going well. Are you hungry? Get some chocolate. Go get some chocolate. You'll feel better after that. I'm guessing you're on your lunch break, probably? Yeah. Enjoy your lunch break then. I hope you have nice foods with you. However, you felt about being there. It was a totally different scene than sitting in that old car for hours and hours. You walked closer to Cove. You were feeling nervous, so kept your distance from Cove. You felt more comfortable keeping your distance from Cove. Thank you, you're welcome! Oh my gosh, Rose, what should we do? Or Lapu, if you want to put insights, you can. I don't know what to do. You want to go close? Oh my god, okay, we're going to walk closer to Cove. I'm nervous, but okay, I'm gonna listen to you. We're gonna get a boyfriend. He seemed tense when you approached, but he didn't move away. Eventually, he relaxed a little, and the two of you walked along in a comfortable silence. Being here again, you couldn't help but reminisce on what else had happened during the trip you had taken here all that time ago. There were a lot of things that had reminded you of it recently. Well, the fact that Kara joked about it yesterday, that's one of the things. You looked over at Cove, who seemed to be lost in the peace of the place, and you wondered if any of it crossed his mind. Smiling at the sight, you thought back on what had been a highlight of that long-gone vacation. You know, we spent the night in the loft together. Elizabeth teased us mercilessly on that trip, remember? Our family were so close. Remember how a bird stole your dad's lunch? I haven't forgotten the classic anklet chat. Really? Well, nothing much happened when we look back at it. So yeah, all those options, they're really, vague. Sorry, I was going away from the mic. To me, that would be ankler or loft. Oh, really? Really? I was about to say, that one, the bird story would probably be what would stuck with me the most. And I had completely forgotten about the anklet story, so I'm gonna say the loft. I'm gonna talk about the loft. There was barely enough room for the two of us, but it was fun. Cove chuckled and shook his head at the moment. It was memorable, especially when I got caught up there by my parents in the morning. He laughed, and soon enough you were joining him. It had been pretty embarrassing for him at the time, but you were glad you could look back and laugh about it now. You continued chatting about the trip a little while longer. about the things you had seen and done and even eaten. A lot of the memories Cove had of this trip were similar to your own, but you were also surprised to hear a few other things from his point of view. So much had happened that there was no shortage of things to talk about. The place certainly had a nostalgic quality about it. Your spirits were light as you ambled past information boards and picnic areas. But before long, you decided it was time to bring this short stop to an end and head back to the car to get on the road again. Cove sighed when you finally reached the vehicle, jangling the keys in his hand before unlocking the doors.
Well,
I wish we didn't have to go, but we're going to be responsible of not stay longer than that we should. How grown up of you? He smiled slightly, and with that, the two of you jumped into the car, buckled in, and he put it in drive. You were getting closer and closer to town as the sun started setting, though we're still far enough away that the radio stations were unfamiliar to you. Ooh, we're getting a close-up. Cove twisted the dial this way, and that before stumbling onto a channel with a song he seemed to like. That was a rare gift from the fates in a sea of static, strange radio jockeys and grating tunes. His face immediately brightened at the sound of it, and he drummed his finger along the bottom of the steering wheel happily. Sitting back in his seat, he bobbed his head and shimmied his shoulder in time to the tune, all while mouthing along the words. Occasionally, he even lifted one hand from the wheel to gesture his fingers with a specific line. You smiled, you chuckled softly, you shook your head, you sung along, you ignored it. I'm gonna sing! I will always choose to sing! Cove raised a pleased eyebrow at your vocalization. Emboldened by you, Cove decided to speak the words rather than lip sync. Your voices mixed together, slowly creeping louder and louder as you belt out the words to the song. Yeah! Karaoke time! Every now and then, a word would be sung wrong, and by the end, you were both laughing too much to continue. I never sing the word right. Sorry. The song ended, and Cove reached over to start cycling through the radio stations again. Upon finding nothing tolerable, he flipped the dial off in defeat and leaned back in his seat with a sigh. You rested your head on your hand and stared out the window as the sky darkened, watching the landscape slowly melt into more familiar views. The miles went on, and any energy you had earlier was beginning to drain away. You imagined home and your family. You'd be there together soon. You know, I spent all these years living in Sunset Bird and taking a few weeks each summer visiting my mom in that second room. That's not gonna happen anymore, not really. I can still see my parents, but the way it all works between us has changed forever. He paused, the silence stretching. A serious look settled in his face, his thoughts far away. He's always so emo. This guy is so emo. He's always sad all the time. I'm excited to be on the brink of real adulthood. I'm worried about how things will be in the future. I feel the same about my parents too. You should lighten up. You said nothing. I don't know what to say. I'm worried about the future. I'm excited about the future. I feel the same way about my parents. It's not gonna be different, it's still gonna be the same. My moms will still be the same. And Elizabeth moving out of the house only brought us closer together. So, should I tell him to just lighten up? It's gonna be okay. Yeah, let's go with lighten up, it's gonna be fine. Take life day by day instead of worrying so much about things that haven't happened yet. Cove's mouth pulled into a tight line, though he gave a small nod. Cove stared straight ahead, down the long road. The path looked like it never ended from where you were. But that wasn't true. Eventually, He found a new more words to say.
I'm so glad.
I think it's good we were able to do this trip without any parents or chaperones. It was just us. We did it all. I don't know, I feel a little more independent now. A little more ready for what's ahead. Right! I've felt ready for a while now. I'm not sure I'll ever be ready. That one is just so funny. I felt ready for a while now. That's such a funny line. Let's go with it. It's exciting. The topic seemed to wear on Cove, and he made an attempt to find something else to speak on. So I'm kind of sad about getting back. I'm gonna miss having you right there tonight. Oh. Okay. Okay. He grimaced and leaned forward, his shoulders tense and his eyes hyper-focused on the road ahead. I was waiting for your reaction, Rose. Although, I think the right reaction to that is this one. Anyway. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to sound weird or anything. It's just nice to hang around. Yeah, that too. That isn't strange, I can understand it. Cobb gave you a small smile, one that you returned, and the two of you fell into a more comfortable silence. The sky outside grew darker as the hours passed by, the stars blinking on like tiny fireflies painted onto a canvas of blue. The scenery continued transitioning between open roads, industrial areas, and beach towns, becoming increasingly recognizable as time went on. You felt somewhat disconnected from the world around you as you watched it through your window, your tired mind growing lazy. It was a strange, reflective feeling, but peaceful nonetheless. Soon enough, the world would return to you, and you'd find your feet firmly on the ground. It couldn't be helped. The adventure would end, life would continue, but your memories would linger on. Okay, that's the end of the drive. Oh my god. That was nice. But like, when are we going to be girlfriend-boyfriend situation? What is it waiting for? Is it going to be at the end of the episode? Or am I the one who's supposed to be making the move and I'm not making the move? And I'm also thinking about Baxter. I think all the side character. We've got Baxter, Dexter. Make a move? But how? It's not letting me do it. It's not telling me. Plus, we choose the option of waiting for him to confess, right? I think. I'm not sure. But I guess all the guys that we've met, probably, they're all going to come back in the DLC. Just make it? But how? I know that nothing is going to happen in the moments. So it's probably going to happen after. After we finish all of this, this is when we will have the option, probably. Because what happens in the moments, it's just, sorry, I'm stretching a little bit. The moments are just for deepening the relationship, like just to enjoy the story, I would say. The moments are meant to enjoy the story. But there is an excuse to not make moves. No, it's not. Because any of those things don't have any actual consequences on the story. The only consequences will happen after. But you know what? As I said before, I wouldn't be streaming for too long today. So I think 3.5 hours is actually okay. It's a good point to stop here and we can continue next week. Next week we finish this and then we do to the part after that. And then we would do step 4. I think step 4, from what I heard, it's smaller. It's not that long. So we can do step 4 in one stream. Plus today I'm coughing way too much. It's actually quite uncomfortable and I'm sure it doesn't sound really good either. So I think it's a good idea to just end it here. Wait, save. Here. Okay, saved. Perfect. I'm gonna leave the music in the background. I really like it. Wait. No to music at the same time. I saw you organized another Tetris tournament. Yeah! Exactly! Yeah! New Tetris tournament. Because. Hopefully doesn't rake it. Oh, yeah. Well, I will let him know. I will let him know that it's okay for him to play a little bit, but not to hang out for the whole thing. And maybe he's not even come. So we'll see. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's to celebrate the 1 month anniversary of me becoming a queen, basically. So that will be fun. That will be fun, wasn't it? Well, Dorma! I know you don't like losing. No one likes it. Lapu is really strong too. So we're gonna have to get better. Winner will be the new queen. You want to put the title of the queen on the table again? I thought maybe we could choose something else, but we can do that too. We can discuss it and discuss what will happen. And if you want, we can make it a monthly tournament. What do you think of the thumbnail though? It took me longer than I'm proud of to say. Took me longer than it looks like it took, but I had fun making it. Okay. A monthly thing when every month a new queen will be erect. And like if someone that is not in our group becomes the queen, well, the months after, well, they can come in the VC as well, or something like that. What do you think? I want to be inclusive of everyone anyways, so... But like having too many people on the VC is just going to be like crazy. So if someone else becomes the queens, then I will step down from the VC and someone else will come in. I think that would be a good idea. Because I'm not the queen anymore. I'm gonna have to find something else. How can I make someone call me princess? I'm kidding. No, princess, no, okay. And there's other funny things that we could do. There's a lot of funny things. We can do a different type of punishments. That's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. But you can't leave VC. Like, but yeah, if it's too many people in it, then it's too much. I started a new strict training schedule. So I'll be able to win. Yeah! And this time we're going to be playing a little bit earlier than last time. So, yeah. Hopefully you will be able to stay for longer. That would be great. I hope it's gonna be okay. Last time I made it as late as I possibly could because I didn't want to wreck your day. But I didn't know what was your time zone. So it kind of wrecked your day anyway last time. So this time we're doing it a bit earlier so that if you have stuff to do, you still have time to do it afterwards. I think it's gonna be better, I hope. If we did increasing speed, I'd win 100%. Really? You think so? Speaking of which, Venom needs more training. You know what, I don't know, Venom, I think he enjoys losing. Because he's not doing any effort in getting any better. Maybe Lapu, you can train him? Because he talks big, but it's not really following through. I do better than it's faster. Really? Well, I can do the speed increase, it doesn't really bother me. But it's just that if we do the speed increase, then it just keeps on being faster and faster, and then we lose against the speed rather than losing against each other. So that's why I took it off, so that we can have longer plays. I thought it would be a good idea, because if we do the increased speed like in 1 minute, it's over. Like this, we can like go for like a good 5 minutes and have fun. I can't believe you just said it. What did I say? I tried. I keep beating him. He won once? Oh my god. Were you sneezing or something? You close your eyes for a moment. Venom likes losing. That's evil. No, but it's not even. Is he trying? Is he even trying? I mean, to be fair. I mean, I've been playing this game for a long time, and it's not like I was like competitively training for it. You know, I was like, you know, playing it from the moment I was a kid because I had the game. So if he's very new at it, then it's normal that it's harder for him. Is it the same for you, Lapuzan, or are you just a gifted gamer? Some people are just good at every game, just like this. You have good reflex. Are you good at FPS? Are you good at FPS too? I wonder. I tried Valorant once, but Valorant. I'm considering uninstalling it. I'm considering uninstalling Valorant. It's so hard and it's scary. I've got to play with people I don't know. Played Tetris since I was a kid. I wouldn't say I was good at it. Okay, so we're kind of the same. I mean, I was never really good at it either, because back in the days you were playing on your own, right? There was no like online whatever. So yeah, I always lose at the same level. I don't remember which level it was, but I would always lose at the same. And I concluded that this is as much as my brain can take. Because back then it would be the speed increase thingy too. And every time it got to a certain speed, I wouldn't be able to keep up. Yeah, my brain wouldn't go on that. I love FPS. Really? I just suck at it. Oh no! Venom is pretty good at FPS game actually. Oh really? Well, you got 3 reactions out of me with 1 sentence. Really? Do you play Valorant? I wish I was good at Valorant. People who are good at Valorant look like they're having a lot of fun. And that would be a really cool game to play with several people too. But I just can't Valorant. I don't know. I mean, I've tried it once or twice. But it's kind of scary because to be in someone else's team, and I die all the time. But sometimes, because I don't know what's happening, right? I see myself an all-round player. Not good and not bad. Well, that's great, Dharma, it's great. You prefer Overwatch? I never tried Overwatch. I never tried. But like, either I die right away in Valorant, or because I don't know what's happening, I'm just walking around. I'm just walking around and everyone else dies, and then I'm like walking around and they're spectating me, and it's terrible because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just walking. I don't even know where the other guys are, and I don't even know if I'm the attacking team or the defending team most of the time. So it's really complicated. Yo, the Overwatch news yesterday. No more PvE skill tree. I don't know what that means. Are you happy about it or sad about it? I hope it's a good news. I hope you're not too sad. Yeah, I know Overwatch is a fun game, but I feel like it's even more complicated. Like, I finally understand how Valorant works. Like, you are a team, and you've got a thing, and you got to protect the thing. It's like the flag thingy, right? Oh no, you're sad about it. Oh no. Oh, that's a funny icon. But like in Overwatch, I don't really understand. Sometimes you have to like protect the truck, or I don't know, you have to put the truck somewhere, or there's a zone, you have to defend the zone. I don't know, Overwatch is a little bit complicated to me. I mean, no one ever explained it, so. They promised something years ago, and they just announced they killed it. Oh damn, that sucks. Practice makes perfect. If you won't play, you won't get good. I know, but it's so scary, because the other people in the team, they're so much better, and like, I don't understand. Sometimes they try and interact with me. It's just so scary. So I disabled the talking thingy, but yeah, it's hard to be like, hey, first time player, I don't understand what's happening, you know? It's kind of hard. So I don't know where I'm going with that, but yeah. Anyway, Anyways, Valorant. I don't know if I'm gonna uninstall it or not. Should I try Overwatch? I've heard it's good. Or is no one gonna play it because of the announcement that they did? Because it sucks? Yeah, it sucks when you trust someone to do something and then they're like, no, I'm not doing it. I can teach you Overwatch. Really? Is it on Steam or is it another platform? Because I had to download a lot of stuff for Valorant and that was quite annoying actually. Let's have a look. Let's go to the store. Overwatch. Oh, it's not on Steam. Okay, well I'll look it up then. Oh, it's on Blizzard. I have Blizzard though because I have StarCraft. Oh, Overwatch is a Blizzard company game. Oh, that's pretty cool. I already have the ID and everything installed. I'll steal multiplayer, but I'm not good at it either. Overwatch? Okay. Well, we could be playing together. You guys are gonna hate me though. I'm going to be so bad at it. Remember how bad I was in Don't Starve? Venom had to feed me and I was like lost most of the time and died a lot. But just imagine that. Even worse. It's gonna get worse. So if you guys want to teach me, you really have to like buckle up. But yeah, I mean, if it's another excuse to play more games with you, I'll be happy to. It's just out of all the games, Valorant looked like it was the easiest one. It would be okay? Really? Oh my god, are you an angel? I remember your Valorant stream. How did you fix that issue? I've got no idea, Dharma. I've got no idea. I touched everything and then suddenly it was fixed. I don't know. And you know what? I decided not even to put the VOD up on my YouTube because it was so embarrassing. Valorant easy? I don't know. It's not like it's an easy game. It's just it's easier to understand what's happening. I feel like all you've got to do is defeat the other team and like take the flag, basically. In Overwatch, for the few gameplays that I've seen, there's so much happening. So much happening on the screen. Like you die, but you don't die. You come back. I don't even know why. And then I don't really know what the goal of the story is because even if you kill the opponent always comes back. So I don't really know what's the deal with Overwatch. But it's just me. I've got to understand it. And then is there a rule book? I can't read the rules. I miss it. When I was a kid, all you had to do to play a game was to read the 3 lines on the back of the box. I kind of feel like it's not gonna be the same for Overwatch. Overwatch is about objectives. See, that's already harder. The answer is one Google search away. Oh yeah, you're right, Dharma, you're right. I'm gonna look it up. That's going to be painful. I think I'm not really good at aiming either. I mean, in Valorant anyway, I'm terrible at it. Because it was scary to play with people, I mostly played Valorant on the training room, so that you have to shoot the robots. I'm so bad at it. If that means anything to you, I can tell you that in 30 seconds, I can kill 13 robots, and that on the medium difficulty. So it's not even the best. It's not. I've researched online on YouTube videos of explaining how to get better in Valorant, and they said you better train in aiming at least you get at least 30 kills. I was like, oh my gosh, I tried a lot, and the best I could do was 13. But I don't know what happened that round. I was fired up. Most of the time, I barely do 2 or 3. 13 was just my best record, my best scored. Anyways. Yeah, Overwatch. Okay, I'll look into it. I'll get back at you. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be super fun. Oh yeah, I'll be putting the Tetris stream on the schedule so that you can check out the time in your own time zone to make sure that it's correct. I just randomly put the time on Twitter to EST, even though it's not my time zone. I don't know whose time zone it is. I just thought I'm gonna put a very random one because you know the Earth is turning around and I'm out there on Jupiter, so anyways, who cares? So yeah, if you want to check that, you can do that. I hope you guys will come. I hope bring your friends, bring everyone. It will be fun if we have like a full lobby of 20 people playing Tetris. That would be awesome. But yeah, if X1 wants to play, I will let him play a couple rounds, and then I will just let him know that we just want to have fun. We don't want to like it's yeah. And there's also a limitator, I think, that I can pull so that people with too high levels don't join. I think that might be fun. It's better to stay within our levels, right? Because I think we're quite evenly matched. Yeah. Rose, Lapu, and Geonex and me, we are pretty much evenly matched. I'm not sure about anyone else who were joining the other day. And Dharma too, of course. Dharma too. Dharma too. I mean, you've been training so hard. It's not an evenly match anymore. You're going to beat us up. You're going to beat us all up. It's gonna be so hard. Are you mastering the T-spin yet? Are you mastering them? I kinda watched the video you sent the other day. I don't have the dedication to put it to work. I don't know. I mean, I'll check it out once more. Yeah, I'll check it out once more. But yeah, if it's only me winning, then yeah, it's not gonna be fun for anyone either. So yeah, you better come, Dharma, and beat us all up. And next time we have a Tetris tournament, we'll be like, Dharma is not allowed to play. I'm ranked D+, the second rank, second to last. There's a ranking system too? I didn't know. Okay, G+, okay. Well, I'm looking forward to see you in C or in B. I'm sure you can get better. Okay, well, there's no song to wait for end today because I'm leaving the background music from the game, so we can just go. Not that good. It will come in due time, Dharma, don't worry. It will come in due time. The best advice I can give you is do not panic, Dharma, because you've got the potential, but yeah, do not panic. Play slowly and it'll be fine. And for the speed thingy, instead of having a speed increase, we can just increase the speed at the beginning so that it always comes down fast but doesn't increase in speed, because yeah, being beat up by the speed is not that much fun as being beat up by you guys. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. I think tomorrow we're going to be playing Sparrow. I think that's why it's on the schedule. I don't remember. That's probably it though. I think we're going to be coming closer to get to the big boss in Sparrow, and I'm really looking forward to that. Finally. I mean, we haven't been playing Sparrow every week, so it only makes sense that it's taking some time. But still, it's taking more time than it should. So, tomorrow, hopefully, we finish Sparrow. Yeah. Okay, so, as you know, my throat is not doing so good today, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Rose, for being here from the beginning, and Dharma too. And I really enjoy playing this game with you. It feels like uni when we're in the dorm playing like silly games together. That's really fun. Worm is live if you want to rate them. Ooh, Worm is live. Is it a scary game? I mean, it's fine even if it is. I won't watch, that's it. Oh yeah, it's the scary one again. Okay. Bye, Lapu. I'm going to be reading curse. War. I'm gonna copy paste. Can I copy paste? I can't copy paste. Okay, let's do it better. Thank you everyone, and bye everyone, and let's go for a little raid, okay? Wait, how do I do that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna first put you guys here. Only body horror, blood gore. Horror games often contain dark subject matter, jump scares. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be watching it, but I'm gonna be rating it anyways. Okay. Guys, have a good day, have a good night, have a good evening. Thank you for being here and see you next time. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's not make any mistake this time, cause thank you for being here, Dama. Where? Alive? Okay, I think I got it right. Cursed worm life. Okay. Oh, thank you, Dama. Thank you. All right. This time I'm sending you to the right place. Okay, let's go. Bye, everyone. Bye bye. Oh yeah, we have the 10 seconds. Okay. Relaxing music before the scary stuff. Bye bye.